Hi internet, welcome back to the stream. Happy Monday, or not, yes, Monday? Monday. Happy Monday everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy New Year! It is 2023. I know I am late. I know that we were probably celebrating New Year's the latest out of anybody, considering, we are on the west coast of the US, so last people into the new year. But I hope everyone's having a good one so far. Hello everybody, Incarcious, Florida Man Dan, and Suella. What's going on? And Florida Man Dan, I see you've carried in with you the first deck code of the evening. Slorn, hello as well. Welcome in. What's up? So I have been doing a lot of sleeping and eating for the past 2 days. That's my big update. Sleeping and eating, it's fantastic. Also, Suella with the 1v1 request. Let's kick it off here. Moving to submissions for the new year, January 2nd. Florida Man Dan, I have your deck. Suella, I have your request for 3 singles. I was going to come up with some kind of meme deck to build. I was thinking I could do some kind of ball cucks shit, because I actually haven't played with that for fun. Amazing that there's a ball card in this game that I have not played with for fun yet, other than just seeing it in submissions occasionally. So I was gonna do that, but no, we got already get the deck codes to work with, so I don't need to do any of that. I don't have my fallback of just doing ranked for a while now that we're up here, because I'm probably not gonna try for the seasonals climb this season in particular. Also, Slorn with the deck code. This Darius deck is top 10 on Runeterra AR. Haven't tried it out. Ooh, top 10. So it's got a pedigree that we can either fulfill or just completely destroy. Over here though, we've got Freljord, Noxus. My brain is still just not working. I have to go to work tomorrow. My brain is not working. Sideways Scargrounds from Florida Man here. Sideways Scargrounds. What is a Sideways Scargrounds, dare I ask? This. Not the default fucking loadout. Not the default loadout. We can do better than that. Let's do Sentinels. I haven't in a while. That's my justification. That chip and an Arclight card back. Perfect. What am I looking at? We've got here Crimson Pigeon, Flock, Three Sisters, Blood for Blood, Bone Scryer, Crimson Disciple, Transfusion, Ember Maiden, Ice Shard, Scargrounds, Babbling Bergs, 1 Nar, 3 Spirits Unleashed, 3 Swains, 2 Sejuanis, and 2 Leviathans. We're getting more of the Nar action, as usual. At least for the past few days, I think it's been. And a lot of duplication and a lot of things to punch my units. Fantastic. Let's try it out. Where did it go? She's going way over here. Also, by the way, I am slightly doing the thing that I did last time. It went interestingly, but before the Arclight event, I didn't actually redeem anything until the event was over. What I think I'm going to do it again for this time, only what happened the last time is I waited so long to redeem it that it actually went into the loot thing here on the main page. So when I actually, when I went to redeem it, I didn't realize the Arclight pass had hopped in there. I thought it just like automatically filled my inventory at some point. It did not automatically fill my inventory. I once got stuck in a loot sequence that lasted me like 15 minutes because I was just like clicking everything to get through the whole thing. So for this event pass, I am hoarding it, obviously, but I am not going to hoard it so long that it gets hidden in the loot redeem. We're not going to do that this time. Look at my 15 LP! It is the number 15. Truly, it is 10 plus 5. Alright, I was going to change my icon away from Catastrophe, and I never did. Teriyaki has got lurk. I don't like the idea of the food lurking behind me. Like, my food should not be allowed to lurk in my presence. That's just not what food is supposed to do. Food is supposed to be dead and fill my stomach. It's not dead if it's lurking. Okay, I've got Bone Scryers and an Ice Shard that cannot kill too many things, unfortunately. I was thinking it could kill at least the 3-1, but it's a 1-2 coming down. Not the fearsome one that I was hoping for. There's a glitch in the mobile version of Runeterra if you have a bad enough connection, you could get double prismatic chests or prismatic shards. Interesting bugs for sure. Let me take Bone Scryer here. I can also pass, see what they do. They're probably going to cast a snapshot at some point, maybe. Yep. Miss Lurk. They didn't miss Lurk. Unfortunate. Deeply tragic. I wish you had there, unfortunately.
Destiny ends bleached white.
Yes, sir! I'm not attacking. I do not wish to yeet you. Why do I have all 3 Bone Scryers also? It's the classic 3 of. It's a new year, nothing has changed. Truly, the years don't matter. I'm not getting old. I am the exact same. And even my top decks are the exact same. Miss Lurk this time, maybe? Ison 2 Unleashed. That's what I'm kind of thinking, because there is definitely time and space to be able to poke some things down here. I can't cast any of this. Could cast a Pigeon. Hits a Bone Scryer. Yeah, that's fine. Or I need 5 next turn if I do this, or banking 1. We actually do need to bank 1 because it's, I have only 1 spell mana! Oh god. Hi, everybody. You did miss Lurk. That is joy. That is a joyous time for you to miss Lurk. Thank you very much for doing that. Incarcious, yes, go with your questions. How can he miss Lurk when he predicted? I guess they predicted into not a Rek'Sai, which, to be fair, is actually kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Spirits Unleashed next round. Spirits Unleashed, indeed. Followed by our Scargrounds. How incredible. My Bone Scryer will ping face. Fantastic. Yay! Oh. Swain is leveled. I don't have him, but he's great. That's a shark. Please stop casting sharks. They are scary. That one has too many teeth, objectively. It shouldn't look like a zipper. Looks too much like a zipper into hell. I got 3 cards in the predict that weren't Lurk. You know, I feel bad for him. Not too bad, of course, but a little bad. Like, a fraction of a bad, you know?
Oh, I can't
I'm just gonna plop things down. Please don't murder my whole team. That's a pike. That is the pike regular. 3 cards. They can technically cast Bone Skewer if they want to hit something. If they hit Lurk, I'm dead, so I do have to play another blocker here. Thank you very much.
The Elk of Bones.
Because if it goes up to 4, that would be a 5. It would be 5, 4, 4, 4 if they hit Lurk, which they are hitting Lurk. So I need to block. Oh right, fearsome bullshit is a thing that exists in my life. Okay. Sure. That's not ideal, but we'll take it. Legionary Charge has a card that has 5 power. Is that base stats, or if your champion levels, it turns to be a 5 power unit, will it draw it as well? Oh, is it a words? Does it? Yeah. Does it count the base, or does it count the 2/1? Yeah, I know which card you're talking about. The one that auto draws Rumble usually, or showed up in like the Rumble Vayne decks. I think it would draw the one that counts as 5, because Revna will affect the card, if I'm remembering that correctly as well. So you will be able to draw off of the changed or the buff stats, I believe. Sorg says it also does. Okay, I think that sounds right to me. Because it does say if it has 5 power, which you would assume would apply in that scenario of it has 5 power. So if the card says what is doing what it says it should. Yes. Oh, that's actually death. If I block with a 4, if I let them kill the 4/1 there, I actually almost die. That's better, because then I can get rid of the 4/1 at least. So if it's a Kai'Sa, it will draw it. Oh, you're asking about Kai'Sa! I haven't thought about Kai'Sa in a while. I'm gonna do this, because I don't want you to just be able to completely murder me. 3 sisters hanging out, probably going to be useful. I think it should if the Kai'Sa hits the requirement. Now they have predicted a Rek'Sai and not a Piltwater card? Okay, yeah, you're pulling that. That's understandable. We're blocking here because we're understandable as people. I want to Frostboot the Pike. I kind of want to Frostbite the Pike because I'm running out of things. I could also Frostbite the 6/3, but the Pike's just getting bigger over time. Pre-nerf Swain Legionary Charge would draw him. You're going to submit the deck? Okay, so I get the live testing version. Fantastic. Fuck it, I'm gonna just do this on the 3/4. Is that the stupidest way? Probably. But we're committed. It's gonna ping Nexus a whole bunch more. We're gonna keep doing this. Okay, great. Where is any of my champions? Any of them would help right now. Literally out any of them. Gnar? That's not a Gnar, but it is a Spirits Unleashed, for with which I can take my Nexus HP even lower. We're gonna do it though, because we're Chads. Take the ping. I can take the ping. You can take the ping. We all can take the ping. Does the Kai'Sa get the Evolve buff on summon or in hand? In hand or not actually entirely sure.
From death,
I think Evolve grants the keywords on summon the way the Voidling works, or if I'm remembering Voidling. Also, we're getting completely destroyed by Pike and such, which is unfortunate. My flock! No! Not my flock. I should have held my flock and I didn't. So that was on me. First game of the day. First misplayed fast speed spell. We're doing great. Oh, Swain, you're late, but thank you. You are late, though. You are a bit astonishingly late. 28 of 12!
awaits.
Ah, terrible.
Fear the power.
But he is his stats are 69. So he is slightly forgiven. Temporarily forgiven for this. Can I kill a Pike at least? I can at least kill the Pike. In the meantime, this one stinky ocean man has been vanquished, even if I also have been. First yeet of the Nexus into the sun and completed.
This is not the end.
It's not the end, it's true! We got more to do! 2 more attempts to be specific. Okay. Let me draw something like a Sejuani so that I can freeze my opponent's units. Because that would have helped with the Pike at the last time. Oh, come on, let's go! This is the meta! It's the Demacia Aatrox! Hello. I am not gonna lie, I did have a slight craving the other day to actually go and play some Aatrox. I didn't get around to it mostly because I was doing other things. But I actually had the impulse. Aatrox really wormed his way into my brain. How much do you like Vayne? 22. Okay, so you're playing a lot of Vayne, but the Aatrox and the Quinn are still yet to catch up. Ooh, we got the Scargrounds in opening hand this time. That's exciting. I'm gonna bank to Spirits though, or do the same thing where we bank again Ice Shard and Spirits in a row. Mishka, hello, welcome back. Good night to you as well. How's it going? No, bird. Bad bird. Terrible Burbo. Go away. No one likes you. There's a nerve. There's just a 2-1 we can manage with this. I could also try and get a Scargrounds down earlier into something else. They want to bait me out into other things. That makes sense. There's a free attack option. We do just have this, however, which seems doable. It's going. Is this ranked? It is indeed ranked. I'm just doing viewer decks at the moment. We've got a few in the works and also a 1v1 request for today. So that's currently the plan. And we look at Vayne, and Vayne has a Naka, and that's terrifying. I do have a 3/3 Pigeon though, if nothing else. That's exciting. I like a good a largish pigeon. We're off on the Scarground's turn, obviously. But I think I have other options. Gnar, I think, is feasible. I wish I had a buff for it or could cast Ice Shard on top, though. Because the Vayne now has the buffed HP, which is very unfortunate. I could try to sneak out Scargrounds, but they're going to have some big equip coming down. Don't like the big equip coming down in general. Could just cast something like Babbling Berg. Or just go with the Gnar and say fuck it. I think I might try Scargrounds. One sec. And there's the tumble. Unfortunate. Here we go. I don't like the procs. I should have cast this before anyway. If I was gonna hold it in hand, I should have used it before. And I just kind of didn't. Trading on the Vayne does not seem ideal. Oh, we got fresh bread from a neighbor. That's amazing. Always all hail bread. Oh, what the fuck are you doing over there? I'll take the pass. That's a bit questionable. I have questions. All right, now I'm gonna try to do Gnars and stuff. Finally. Intrusive thoughts are delightful, like having the thought, what if I just stab this guy and brushing it off because you don't want to go to prison? That is indeed an intrusive thought, I think. That counts well enough. It's a 5/3. I have transfusion. And I have this. So I'm gonna just go, I think, with our damage and see how much chaos I can get up to with a 5/3 Gnar. Yeah, what are you willing to risk here, Pygu fan? What are you willing to put on the line? Is it the Aatrox? No, it is the Aatrox. That is the correct choice. That is the correct fucking choice. Boop. Schlap. Boop schlap. Kill the Aatrox. Deal 6 damage to face. Did not fish. We did not encounter the fish. Interesting. Tumble will be very affordable in a minute, though. There's a Fowler. Fuck the bird. Fuck that bird in particular. I don't want to deal with it. Can I poke that bird? Excuse me. Now that's maybe a buff, but let's see. Fish is slow. Fish is slow. Catch is not, though, obviously. Oh shit, okay, great. I have Ice Shard into Flock on the Vayne, potentially, even the buffed version of it. We've got the Transform off on the Gnar. Yay, Gnar! Go, Gnar! Yeah, 8/5 is still quite nice. Thank you very much. Ember Maiden is here to do delightful things. Let's see. I mean, Ember Maiden is just kind of great. It's kind of funny. If they don't have another Aatrox here, we're maybe okay? Okay, so they've got a Quinn. Understandable, have a nice day. I'd like to try and do this, honestly. Honestly, I think I am going to try and do that, to be perfectly honest with you. I think this is fine. I don't want the Vayne to be able to see too many scout attacks, basically. Do you want to spell into the Flock, into Quinn, or do the Vayne? Old Man After? Old Man After for sure. I think let's just do this, though. If they have one more tick of damage, that's annoying, but not the end of the universe. Yeah, I think Vayne is still better, just because the tumbles are so close. There's the catch finally coming down. As Gerald, so my Flock is significantly less powerful at all in general, as in it does nothing. It does a whole lot of nothing. They can tumble this turn as well. At least Valor is dead. Berg is up. Probably should have said do it when they are going to use the Quinn spell. Oh. The Blinding Assault. I killed it from the last... I killed the last one with the Pokey Stick off of the previous Blinding Assault.
Purified ball.
This is a little... I'm a little surprised, I guess. Yeah, what do you want to kill here? Because I can also just play a whole bunch of blocks. I'm so tempted to Everbait it, but I know Babbling Berg is probably better. Oh, wouldn't they use the tumble? That's true. Second fast speed miscast today, it would seem. That's fine, I think. Have a burgle. That's a Leviathan. That's a buff Leviathan. Who doesn't love a buff Leviathan? Excellent. Okay, that's regeneration. Quinn. I'm killing that. If I can. Well, not at the moment, but... Tumble is increasingly cheap. And I think I'd like to just hit you in the face. I'd like to hit the vein in the face in particular, actually. Let me hit your vein in the face also. But yeah, Leviathan looks pretty good here. One vein has been killed. This is fantastic. Hooray! Huzzah! I keep forgetting level 2 Gnar doesn't make Pokesticks, which is good, I think. He doesn't need to, but still. Copy old man. Oh, blood for blood, the Babbling Berg instead of Leviathan? Or instead of casting Leviathan this turn? I don't know, I kind of like the having Leviathan down. Though I think more ideally we would top deck the Swain, to be fair, on a different turn. Ideally we want it coming down on our attack, I think. But this also levels him, and we've got Challenger to deal with the rest. Copying Berg, copy Leviathan when I summon it. Oh, that's also true. I think it's Leviathan here. Because spacking people with multiple Leviathans and Evermaiden is also just kind of hilarious. This is going to be such a big overwhelm unit in a sec if I cast an Evermaiden next turn. Even though we do have the Swain just kind of chilling now. Hanging out, looking excited for life. That's the silence. Unfortunate about that. At least I still have the blocker. At least I still have the blocker, and I can still copy it. I believe. It will still register as Leviathan, right? I guess they can scout the Quinn. They can scout Quinn. They are putting that, there for Gnar, I think. Because also that Gnar becomes small again. We can Frostbite Jural, for sure. 5/7's still a problem for them. 9 means World Ender is unaffordable, but it will be getting discount by the Jural. Except, by the Jural. I think we want to Frostbite that, and I definitely want to block Quinn if we can. Her attack hasn't even procced once because of all of our vein killing shenanigans. Yay, vein killing shenanigans! How much does it actually cost me to be able to Frostbite that? It's actually 3 and 4, which is 7. I don't know if I want to use 7 mana right now. We could probably just live with this. This, I think, is fine. We use Jural after. Use a 3 mana spell to kill Quinn and Frostbite. 7. Wait, the 3 mana? There's freeze. I mean, we can do all of this in a sec anyway, assuming that there's still a unit around. And once the Jural resolves, I can also just still cast that second Leviathan. Yeah, unfortunately slightly too big for the Quinn to be able to die too. Levi immediately. I think, I'm still gonna generate a second one of these, so World Ender is now affordable. I can't stop them from doing that necessarily. I think I'm just gonna go for the direct Nexus damage here. I'm gonna go for the direct Nexus damage. Oop.
Destination in sight.
I have 2 big overwhelm thingies, and you've silenced one. What's the task? What's the call with the second? Please don't have another silence and suppress. There's probably just 2 in there, but you never know. You never know. I can always hope. That's another equip. Is that? Okay. That's a 5/2. Okay. Let's try this. Keep the other one alive. Okay, so they did just yeet that. They have one thing to equip onto the Chorale at the moment. Staradu's in there. There's a Blinding Assault. Oh, okay, so this is the second thing. For big spell later in the second, we're still dealing 2. We're still doing 2 damage. Oh, right, they do rally here, of course. Ah, fuck, I forgot they rallied here. I was too busy thinking about the scout that I forgot about that.
We're going under!
Still not castable, at least. Ember Maiden is unfortunately symmetric, but if I cast with single Bone Scryer, we can actually get around it at least. Remney, hello and welcome back. How's it going? Swing into ice. Oh, yeah, that works. Because that will level him as well. Simulation is bad. There's a Staradu and a Aatrox in there, of course. We have the Obliterate. I don't hate this, actually.
Master your demon.
Yeah, Swain into Ice Shard. Then we have Flock as well for certain things. Can't deal with that in particular. Can't particularly deal with that. 6-1, 10-9. We still have Flock in hand. Entomb it. Oh, Entomb the 3-2 to get rid of it so that only the Staradu remains. That's true, actually. I end up losing the Frostbite for next turn. But it does actually get rid of the weapon. So that at least they don't have it anymore until... Actually, no, they don't, because the weapon pops off when the bird hops into the landmark. You know, when you shove a bird in a landmark, it automatically doesn't have weapons anymore. Life lessons. If you're ever worried about a bird having a sword, just put it in a national treasure near you, and it will work out, I promise. I don't really want to swing into a 10-6 that I can't guaranteed kill at the moment. I guess I could go with the 5-1, but they know I have a second. Swing in hand, and there's the Aatrox level anyway, unfortunately, so... Hi! Okay, you were not removable the way I thought you were. Understood. Have a nice day. Now I think it's literally just Bone Scryer, Ember Maiden our way out somehow, but we're going to run into Frostbite, or we're running into Overwhelm, and I don't have Frostbite anymore to be able to get around it, so I think we're just dead. Unless I somehow block with the Swain, which I don't wish to do, and they have all the answers. That's great. That's great.
My Elk's bones.
Elk's bones are maybe too late. Swain's stun. We need to... I would need to somehow be able to get... I need to somehow guarantee the level and also the ping, right? Ice is not gonna stun if it's not leveled, is it? Ice stuns? Why would it count? It's not counting the level until it resolves though, right? So it's not actually going to do that? Because he's not leveled now. There's one point of damage over Ice Shard that would... That does trigger him. I don't think it's going to. I think he has to be leveled first for damage to actually count, because it's all simultaneously. So it's simultaneously leveling him and doing the damage, but it's not counting it. Block the our own unit first. Oh, I see. Ah, that's true. That actually... If it got on the stack... might have been able to stun one thing, right? Because it's strongest backer enemy per damage. So we'd still be facing 4 units plus the Swain Overwhelm, right? Or not the Swain Overwhelm. I think we'd still be facing the Aatrox Overwhelm regardless, no? So that's kind of our biggest problem. I can block 5 damage of it. Oh, and I didn't even give Broadwing Challenger. If they'd also given the Broadwing Challenger, they would have been able to ignore, I think, most of our defenses there. But Flock would have at least leveled him, that's true. I would have been able to trigger the Ice Shard on their Nexus, instead of it just triggering the Swain level up. That was a sort of miscalculation. It doesn't matter, but it's technically not right. This looks like FTR. Frostbite, what'd you call it? Frostbite, the Frostbite region. Freljord, Shadow Isles. I can't talk. Words are hard. This is fine. Scargrounds is here with Crimson Disciples and a Spirits Unleashed, so that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna try to bank to 3 here. Bank to the Scargrounds. Maybe cast 1 here though. What are you playing again? You want to wait for damage to resolve. That's true. I think I'm gonna still cast Scargrounds on this turn. But there's spirits in general. I'm gonna Scargrounds and spirits on the hope that maybe they play a unit. It's probably just Catalyst here. Catalyst of Eons. Oh, it's a Wild Mysticism. The thing that actually gives you a blocker and ramps you. It's not a very good blocker. Becoming a 6/6 as Enlightenment is not particularly fancy, but I love that the card exists and shall continue to persist for however long it does. Let's do a Crimson Disciple into one of our spirits, I think. Ping it good. To attack to level the oh wait, what? To level what? Well, here's the thing. I know that I need to play units, but given the context of the game, I'd rather, if we're going up against control, I'd rather at least set up the combo and overall than just play a Crimson Disciple when I know I can't injure it for a turn or 2. That's my calculation there. Like, obviously the goal is to play units for Scargrounds and to get Spirits Unleashed going. If I can't get to it though, or if I don't have the combo set up and I have Scargrounds in my hand, I'm going to prioritize going for the Scargrounds first. It can attack. It's only 2 damage though. I don't think playing it early in order to get both Scargrounds and Spirits on following turns is enough. The 2 damage that I would be hitting my opponent's face for, I don't think is valuable enough to warrant casting one early at the cost of the landmark. I think the landmark is more important. It's a pain to level. It's a pain to level, sure, but I still think in context it's lower priority. Plus we've got Scargrounds, or we've got Evervaden anyway, who might be able to hopefully finish off some of it. They're probably going to try and kill a bunch of things, but they didn't, so that's fine. Incarcious! Thank you for the deck code, taking that in now. They only have 2 mana? That's great. Let's just do this if they're not going to do shit, because they should have cast removal. I think they needed to cast removal. If they don't now, I can murder them with almost a single unit, and they know that. So there they go. Perfect! We got to win in the end. I was just adding you to the list. So therefore, we've got Suella next, Lord and Karsh's deck codes after this game. Okay, we got him. We got it finally. I'm assuming they just didn't pull the healing or enough ramp, or the ramp that they wanted. Because the 8 mana Behold spell is good, it's just not also, it's not getting them anything back. I was expecting, Tavern Keeper probably should have been able to come down a lot with Blighted Ravine, though Blighted Ravine by the time that we had Skygrounds and Embermaiden going wouldn't have also done anything. So yeah, I think we managed to slip into that mid-range. We managed to slip into that mid-range point if they just couldn't top deck what they needed to actually cast their FTR, which versus an FTR player is pretty good. It's a pretty good sweet spot to fill when they can't do anything about you. Also, Suella, I think you're up for the 1v1 if you're still here. I am ready whenever. I actually cleaned out my inventory, so I have fewer things sitting around. So I can actually import all of the things for a couple of streams and not be like, oh my god, there's no space anymore. Loading a game? Sounds good. Yes, also I'll be streaming, because I didn't stream yesterday because it was New Year's and we had some plans. I will be streaming tomorrow as well. No TFT Tuesdays anymore, probably just gonna do Runeterra. And also, I'm probably gonna, or not probably, I am thinking about starting a Final Fantasy series on Fridays, Final Fantasy Friday instead of TFT Tuesday. See, I'm playing the alliteration game until something sticks. But that's gonna be happening at some point in January, probably, hopefully. Need to figure out some hardware stuff, but then we're off. 2023 is already going to be an interesting time. Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. I know there are a bunch, and I know there are a lot of good ones. Glass plays the MMO, Kitten plays the MMO, so I have pressure from the mods, and also I've heard it's really good. The story is really good, so that's why 14 at the moment. We've got our 1v1 person up and ready, so let's do that as well. I feel like memes. I feel like memes in my bones, and I was thinking about Caitlyn earlier today, so we'll do that. We shall do our retired Justice Forever. It's definitely retired. I put retired on the front of it to tell myself that I shouldn't play it anymore and it's bad. And see where that got me. It just means that I want to play it more because it's really, really, really bad. I could probably update it with cards too, like Eclectic Collection. That would probably be not a bad thing for it, but no, I just haven't done that. This deck, my Teemo Victor deck, and a couple other things really need like actual revamping at some point. We do have an okay start. This is a relatively flash bomb full beginning. A good decent start. Even more flash bomb beginnings. Fantastic. That's a spider. It is a Spider-Man.
I must get out of here.
The Spider Noble. I don't want you here, Spider Noble. I am sorry. Please leave me alone. Go away. This is probably gonna die instantly, but here we go. Sting Officer, how live your life.
Never let my guard
Hit
down.
phase. It will actually be able to hit phase. Incredible. I'm excited to make a 3-3. It's a 3-3? Yeah, it's not a 4-2 anymore. I remember cards for sure. Yes, cards. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do this in the meantime. That is 4 flash bombs on the top of the deck. How I've missed flash bombs. They're so bad, but I'm so addicted to them, really. Oh, we got Justice Rider. That's fantastic. Finally, I can do something with that. Potentially. Probably not. But I know that there's forced draw in the deck, so that's a thing. I'll take 5. Give me 5. Give me 5. All 5. I think there's 5 on the top. There's 5 on the top as well. I can count to 5, folks. So we're doing amazingly. More Justice Riders. Excellent. Have one. Have them all. Combat Cook is intimidating as fuck, and I don't want to think about it. I don't get anything fancy. That's a 5-4. That with the refill, that's kind of fancy, unfortunately for us. Excessively fancy. You don't need that. Put that away. Don't kill my 2-1, please. It's only 2-1 elusive. I don't play elusives ever. They're not annoying. They're not annoying. I promise they're not annoying. Neither is my Justice Rider, though. My Justice Rider isn't annoying. I thought. Why you gotta kill it? Flash bomb save me? No? Okay. My flash bombs have abandoned me in my time of need. Why? Maybe it was just Patch Porobot. Do you have answers for this? Do you have any explanations for this? No? Okay, but I'm facing more spiders. Oh, joys. Oh, joys. Here.
You dropped something.
Pull a flash bomb? Flash bomb on the thing that makes another spider. I'm doing great. We're doing great. Ah, Jesus. Okay, well, block that. Kill the 5-1. Ah, watch the equip do its thing. And that be extra fancy and kill me. How joys. I just would like my Justice Rider Part 2 down. It is a Part 2. Please, I'm desperate. Allow me this. Kill all of the spiders. Fantastic. Leveled Caitlyn. See, now we can say that this is baiting the vengeance and not the Caitlyn.
You stop playing Justice Rider?
I've trained my
No.
whole life for this.
That's fine. I'm gonna trigger this, I think. We're at 3. Then we're gonna do more. I should have done it with a duplicated copy on the boards, but still. It will drop a couple on its way out. Probably on our way out. Glass asked me, why do you keep playing this? And I don't have a good answer. It's gremlin energy, that's why.
Setting up a roadblock.
2.
All part of the plan.
One more thing removed. There's still 2 there. There's still 2 tucked in there. We've still got
Don't
it.
get in my
There's a
way.
Lucian. That's unfortunate. Technically I can block or just cast a Mystic Shot. These are good options. I would prefer not to take a 60 to the face though. Oh, okay, that's annoying. Let's cast a second one.
Coming through.
Let's
Solving
just do
crimes.
2 of them. Then if one dies, it's less tragic. Oh boy. Darkness isn't coming. Darkness isn't coming. Oh, good lord. So I have to block the 6-3. We have to block a lot here, actually. I think let's do this, and let's kill the 3-2. And then Senna, unfortunately, will level. That's unfortunate, but we're just gonna like this, I think. Trying to get things out of the way. Sorry, Lucian. Yeah, because I can't get the Senna to... Or I can't not kill the Lucian here, I think. So we're taking 5. 4 is a healthy place to be versus Shadow Isles. Atrocity's not a real card. Atrocity's fake.
Keep your distance.
Absolutely fake.
All part of the plan.
Okay, at least a lot got planted in that whole exchange. Yep. 2 mana darkness. Fast speed darkness. Everyone's worst nightmare. That's an 8/6. That's a lot. I could make it buffed. Justice Rider. We could also just do a Caitlyn or something like that. There's 5 there. I can also cast Karina, potentially. Or we can do Veteran into Karina and see if there's anything.
All part of
That will get pulled there. No. Top 8 cards, top 5 cards. We can plant or we can activate. There's the Caitlyn. I'm gonna risk advanced into triggering all of them, I think. Yes. We're gonna hit Undying though, of course, now, which kind of sucks. That really sucks. Go, Karina. I do need to refresh this somehow. But Karina is such a fun card. It's so entertaining.
Concentrated forgiveness.
Karina as a Caitlyn would have been pretty ideal, to be honest. Okay, so we got sent it down to 2, but the Undying is definitely coming back. Exactly 2. So we got 5, but we needed them to stack on her, which sucks. Though there's still 8 in the top, and I can technically open attack here, I think. With the 5/5, and not the 3/5.
Moving in.
That doesn't seem. What's the removal here for the 5/5? My brain is still not working. That can't be a trade with a Senna. It's a Senna. Yeah, no. It can't be. It's not a trade with a Senna. Senna's too good. Senna's too powerful for this shit.
Setting up a roadblock.
2 on the Senna! Oh my god, they high rolled. Oh, they high rolled so fucking hard. Oh my god. Well, now maybe I can go with my double Justice play. There's no fast speed rotation anymore, if there ever was one in hand. It has vanished unto the winds of time for a second. You kill that, it comes back. Yeah, you kill that, I come back for more of it. Oh, killing Karina, but actually leaving the Justice Rider alive and well. That is okay. We have the other Karina. Just kind of chilling. So let's take a duplicate of that.
Just a girl, her
A
motorcycle, and justice.
4-6. It is a 4-6. And then we can force Sexcore Foundry. My small torture wheel has begun. It's not the most effective, but it is a small torture wheel. Hooray.
A good fight's the spice of life. Garlic works in a pinch.
It's a 5-3. All right. We have a 4-6. That should be fine. We've triggered 2 this turn. 2 this round, approximately. Let's just cast the Caitlyn. Caitlyn will be safe for at least an open
As they
attack
say,
here.
Makes perfect.
Such a good level up.
Hot on the trail.
Go 4-4. Do your thing. Hit space for 2, potentially. That is also just potentially 2 face damage.
Try and keep up.
Turning yourself in.
So that's it, Undying. That comes back. But we're dealing 2 to face this way. We're deleting the 5-3. We get +4 planted. So Karina's also looking kind of nice here. We can Karina into a swing. But the swing here looks pretty decent and is also lethal. Exactly lethal, thanks to that last top deck. Actually worked. Actually worked.
I must say, a
The
satisfactory
killing of the
outcome.
Senna was probably very... I mean, it was just fucking lucky. It was so fucking lucky, oh my god. All right, we are on our second match here. We have tried flash bombs. Let's do something else. How about? I mean, there are always variations upon chimes. Let's do another chime situation. Leave me to my own devices. I will find a way to cast a chime. So that's where we're at. That's Yubi Nora. She's finally found her cat, guys. Finally in the same space. None of that. I forgot that this was also a Nora deck, but that's totally fine. I have too many Noras now, though. That's a little bit too much Nora, and a little not enough of anything else. Tabs Esmus is trying, though. Thank you, Esmus. You're attempting to help us out at the moment.
Lilith, where are you?
Will I get the first spell Nora? Might be the first small Nora. Yes? Boop?
Home is just around the portal.
Around the portal. Oh, it's a Nora.
Misplaced
It
my
is
own
indeed
self.
Nora v Nora. What a time to be alive. I mean, proximity puff cap is potentially an option here, depending if we can hit anything. We do have Bird Esmus, though, so we should be close to, I mean, we can guarantee it a little bit. That's annoying as fuck, though.
Let these eyes have a look at
That's
you.
pretty fucking annoying. We should keep up with that somehow. This is no longer going to be able to do it.
I must get out of here.
Okay. This was the wrong elusive game to draw poorly. Or to even draw, like, vaguely suboptimally. Not the time to do it. Not the time. Yes. Okay, Meduli's here. Many a chime. Let's cast Bard. Look at that Bard. Look at that Bard go! Whatever I buff here is unfortunately very dead. To that. Yeah, let's just go with this, I think. Have a 4-7. It's a lovely 4-7. And there's the dead Esmus, as expected. Sorry, Esmus, you're lovely. You are indeed one of the faves. Yes, here we go. Cat gets bigger. Unfortunate times. There's a Bard. Less unfortunate times. I only have Meduli's in hand, though, which is kind of unfortunate. At least we're only one turn away of being able to use literally all of them. I would like to use some of them. Big Thick Lizard. You want to see your one and only trash deck? Sure. Why did they top deck 2 elusives? Why did they pull 2 elusive portals off of that? I am befuddled and also upset. Oh my god, the keywords. We're kicking Suella's favor. Ow, my face hurts. Just a gentle my face hurts, and I do not appreciate it. Can I top deck elusives? No, I cannot. I can distinctly not top deck any elusives whatsoever. My opponent surely is just a better, more skilled player than I am. Encourage says, thank you for the additional deck code. Let me copy that in. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I will start healing. Maybe the council will heal me. There's always a chance it does that as well. We're, how many away? Only 12 buffs away. And there goes Minora! Okay, well, many more means that I will at least be able to make that not a Nora anymore. There'll still be a cat inside it, but it won't be a Nora. Dear God. Okay, no, not more of that. Okay, that has a upon hit effect, but it is not a fucking goddamn elusive body, so that's fantastic. Also, Big Thick Lizard, if you wouldn't mind, there is a channel point redeem for deck submissions. It's mostly so that I can keep better track of them, so if you wouldn't mind using that, that would be great. We'll get Wounded White Flame very strong. Okay, wait, White Fang? White Fang or White Flame? Either, I'm assuming White Flame? Could be wrong about that though. Not yeeting my bard. We're just gonna yeet the Meduli. Flame, okay. I get to relive my Pantheon Dragon days. Fantastic. Don't know if there's Pantheon in there. But I do remember Pantheon Shyvana. I tried so hard with Pantheon Shyvana. Yes. Okay, so, no thanks. Actually, you get Spell Shield this turn. Yeah, the Nora levels, and I believe the Yuumi also levels when it attacks in. So I need to be able to hopefully get the Spell Shield off of it somehow, or cast a Nora in response, but we're probably just gonna die to it. Yeah, we're just gonna die to it, unfortunately, because I can't ping it and do anything else. I mean, there's a chance no, we don't have any chance either though, so no, we're just dead. My redeem cancel and everything else, not quite enough. Big Thick Lizard, thank you for the deck code and for the follow. Appreciate it. Nope, that's not happening. This is not happening, unfortunately. Goodbye. It's genuinely not that Newt's fault, but we're gonna blame the wily Newt fish, for that incident of problems. Let's try this one more time. We've got one more game, currently 1-1. You like the lights? I'm glad you enjoy the lights. They do all kinds of colors, and it is, not gonna lie, one of the highlights of highlights of our space, if you ask me. If we're gonna die to memes, we're gonna die to my hardcorest memes, which is to say Mepounds for the win. Did I play the Darius deck yet? Slord! I did not yet. We are on Suella's 1v1. This is our last game, so Sorn, your deck code is up next. Then we've got 2 from Incarcius and 1 from Big Thick Lizard. For those of you who, Big Thick and others, if you do not know my system of how I handle deck submissions, it's either 3 losses or first win, whichever happens first. I don't hate it. I mean, I don't love that. Let me keep LeBlanc. I'll hold on to the LeBlanc. I think we've lost the board music, which is unfortunate, because I really like the music for this board. We just have the login screen. That's okay. But I also have Bird, so it's fine. There's a Fleet Feather Tracker. Trade a Challenger unit? Trade a Challenger unit. What about draws? If you draw on the first match, in a 1v1? As in like, just for the submissions in general. That has, I don't think ever happened. I know that you can have mutual deck outs in situations like that. I don't think I've ever drawn a game in Runeterra. I think there are definitely times where I've played suboptimally to get other weird combos to happen. I don't think I've ever run into the draw scenario though.
New recruit reporting in.
Someone give me a deck that tries to draw with your opponent. I'm trying to remember if that is true, but I think it is actually. I think it is actually the case. That makes my never surrender motto even better, doesn't it? It's just like never surrender. I've never given up a game, and I've also never drawn a game. That's annoying. That is annoying. That's just an annoying piece of annoying. I don't appreciate it. I wish it would leave me the fuck alone, and all that jazz and shenanigans, I suppose. What happens when both of you mill out in Runeterra? I believe if it's an even, you both try and draw and you don't have any cards, I think you both lose, or it does count as a draw or tie. You've seen Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory, the original, the reboot. I have seen the reboot for sure, and I think I saw the original a long time ago. Don't quote me on that. But I have seen it, yes. Dasigurin. I do not like me a Karoon, so let's try and punch stuff out of life, out of existence. I don't have bloody business. I can't smack him beyond this, unfortunately. I guess I could have tried to whirling the 4 power unit, the Grizzled Ranger there. But I think we're okay anyway. We have Meduli in a minute. I like Meduli. This deck does not have the Reputation Rally Guy. I should actually consider putting that in, but we also haven't found any meat hounds that are the whole basis of this deck yet. So that kind of also is defeating the point a wee bit. Just a wee bit. A small fraction of a bit. That's a, oh, that's a, that's a 10. Oh, okay. How about, I have thoughts? I have thoughts about that. I can double smack it, though. I can at least do that. If that swings in. Okie dokie. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna kill Garen. Kill Garen time? Kill Garen time. Prepared to be disturbed related to the Willy Wonka question? Prepared to be disturbed is quite a warning term. Thank you for the video submission. Whatever it is, I'm adding it in here. Oh boy. Okay, that's a Drakehound. Finally, we do see a Drakehound that is not buffing that whatsoever. I can't actually win right now, so let's do this. Into Drakehound, into a Whirling Death, potentially. There's no champion strength. They're gonna try, oh, they can try and detain something, though, which is actually quite annoying. I can't smack it fast enough. Okay, we're fine, though. We're fine. Here's Drakehound, which will hop into the Esmus, which is one of my favorite little things that will happen. Yep, get buffed, get swole. 5-2, boom, quick attack everywhere. All of our units doing stuff. I wish there was actually a viable way to make Drakehound better, but it's such a fucking meme card. The fact that it can't attack on its own just kind of hurts. Okay, there we go. I have a 0 I could make many more Drakehounds. That's the ticket. Let's forget LeBlanc. Let's just make more Drakehounds. 2 chimes. How's the Bard doing? 18 of 20. One more Esmus proc! And we've got our biggest, roundest boy. It'll be fantastic. Just want to put him on the field. Just let me sneak him out. Sneak out the 4-7. Sneak out the 4-7. My luck has also been much better than it usually is with this deck. Sometimes I never see Esmus or Drakehound. It is the most annoying thing ever. I can technically shut that down, which is just kind of mean and unnecessary. But there's only 1 mana remaining, so I'm gonna try anyway. Sorry, Sue. Sorry, Suella.
You are paying my game.
That is such a nice animation though for Sigil. Don't see it very often. But it's pretty. It's a black rose. And here we go. Oh, and there's a bard. There's a bard that levels bard. So I can do a bard up to a level bard for bardings. Have I said the word bard too many times yet? I don't think so. There's an Esmus and 4 chimes. And I'm just gonna swing. Actually, we're gonna put the bard first so that Esmus still gets Drayhound proc. 6-3 with quick attack. And a 9-6 at the board. And a Destiny's Call. +8/+8 somewhere. Now BM and play the LeBlanc spell. Lauren, we're not gonna go quite that far. I already BM'd by casting the bard one, and you know, that was already bad enough. GG's though. Oh yeah, there's a Katarina. There is technically a source of rally. I just didn't quite run into it or use it there. GG's! Thank you for the 1v1 request. Appreciate it as always. And also glad I could get to it on the same day that it was requested for once in my queue life. Moving on with our deck codes though. We've got Slord, followed by 2 decks from Nicarchus, 1 from Big Thick Lizard, and a video from Slorn. So moving along in that order, then we've got a Darius deck that is top 10 on Runeterra.ar, so watch me lose immediately. Big Spiky Man is here. Viewer, Slorn, top 10 spikes. Top 10 spikes with Darius. Where did it go? Here we go. Let's do... Don't have Riftmaster Darius, but we can do... Let's do Earth. I'm just feeling the music. I need to hear the music from Earth once today at least. This loadout is fine. I don't really have much that's Noxus-y except the Noxus sleeve itself. Yeah, we can just do the Noxus sleeve. How about? Let's stick with the red and goldish aesthetic. We've got Crimson Pigeon, Elixir, Rearguard, Saboteur, Ruthless Raider, Troll Chant, Tusk Speaker, Ballista, Whirly Death, Bone Club, Decisive Maneuver, Fallen Reckoner, Darius, Ancient Yeti, and 2 Battle Furies. So I see my opponent, and I see that I have Overwhelm, and then I smork a little bit harder. No Riftmaster Darius, take your VIP away for my sins. I am sorry, Slorn, that I have thusly sinned. I am sorry. You'd rather live in Noxus than Demacia. At least in Noxus you can do magic. And if you even just like play into their, if you're stronger than somebody else, you're better than that person. It's a very basic mentality, right? It's very militant and violent, but at least the rules are clear. You know what you get with Noxus. You don't get the Magequisition and all that, and there's no I mean, there are problems, but there's slightly less problems philosophically. I swear when it seems like an Overwhelm heavy deck. I would never have thought. I definitely don't have 2 Overwhelm units in my hand right now that we can just buff with everything. Literally everything. Alright, we need to overwhelm this FTR player before they can even respond and do shit. So are you ready for 9 damage to come into your face? I hope you are. I hope you don't have Ice Shard. I can handle you not having a Avalanche right now, because if you have Avalanche perfect, you have Ice Shard, I cry. I don't want to lose my Saboteurs. They are my Saboteurs. They are mine. Altogether mine. Okay, you're draining the first one. That's understandable. Have a nice day. Here's the second. Despair. That's why I shouldn't play aggro in my everyday life. I'm just looking at my opponent going, despair. I deal too much damage too fast. We all have small goblin chain whirlers inside of us somewhere. There's another Yeti. More Overwhelm, I see. How about a Ballista for your troubles? So we've got a 4-mana Yeti. That is just a regular 5/5 hanging out. They have ramp to some stuff, but we're just gonna cast a Yeti. Literally nothing except units so far. I know that there's equipment and some spells, but it's literally just, hey, more units. Have you thought about having a unit? Here's another one. 5 mana Yeti next turn. I don't know if they go for the vengeance or anything. Also, they like Trundle more than they like Trindamer for sure. No Avalanche. Avalanche is also not gonna save them right now. It will help, but it won't save them. I'm probably walking into something else though. Ruination could be at hand. That is a catalyst. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. I see. Back to half your full health bar. Understandable. Have another 5/5 in the meantime. I hope you like it. I did work very hard on it. There's an Avalanche. That's fun and exciting. Not really. Yeah, 2 of those, bitches, because I'm still gonna have 5 power units even if you do. So have that. That's my best impression of that thing's voice. Don't drain the 4/1. Don't do anything exciting. Just take the damage. It is 14 damage. Harsh Winds or something? Okay, so they're going for a 3 Sisters and a drain. They did drain it. I was correct. They're still taking 4 damage. That's great. Let's go with the Tusk Speaker. Shout out to all the Jin decks that have used this until the end of time. I'm gonna just cast my other stuff, I think. Oh, you killed my 5/5. No, it was important. How dare you not make what's his name? I don't know. It doesn't have a name. Berg has opinions about it, but it doesn't have a name. How dare you make Jimmy feel like this is 0/5, emotionally speaking? And then you killed him with a Quietus? Rude. Imagine what you've done. Imagine what you've done to Jim's self-confidence there, buddy. Come on now. Have a thought. Have a care. Have a Darius also. This is probably not going to inspire them to have more thought and caring in their life, but also Darius. Okay, well, everything is overwhelmed and there's just kind of living, and there's a Battle Fury, which is some bullshit. Which is some bullshit to top deck there. We got an immediate win. Gonna get coffee. Okay, but I got the win now though. No time for coffee, only W's. Fantastic. Okay, well, I guess I kind of see why it has a win rate. It's literally just like cast things until your opponent goes away. Also, it seemed like we curved into the Darius probably ideally about when you want it, which was turn 7 for us. I guess if you could always go for the turn 6 pull, and try and compete with the Aatroxes that are popping up. Yeah, that was quick and easy. Quick and relatively painless Noxus win. So moving on with our deck codes, we've got Incarcius's submissions now. First one from Incarcius, let's go here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the collection thingy. Not rewards! Viewer! Incarcius. Ziggs, something burn, something Shurima, something bombs. I presume there is a bomb somewhere. We're looking at Bakai, Crimson Pigeon at Dunekeeper, Rearguard, Treasure Seeker, Imperial Demolitionist, Grenadier, Ruinous Path, 2 Wazirs, 3 Merciless Hunters, Noxian Fervor, Reveler's Feast, Ziggs, and 3 Ruin Runners. So sort of bombs. I was kind of half right on the bombs. Demolitionist counts as a bomb source though, so I'm not going to change the title of the deck. Makes sense though. Overwhelm, more overwhelm really, and then just kind of buffing our units and being intimidating board presence wise. I mean, Reveler's Feast was a +2, was always kind of nice across the board. C0, hello, welcome into the chat and the stream. How's it going? What's up? Jumping into this viewer deck though. Yeah, let's keep Earth. We can hold on to Earth for now. Get to listen to more banging music while I continue to attempt to go somewhere. We've got TF Swain. More Swains, I see. Maybe not so many Ruin Runners. I'm doing well this evening. Just doing some viewer decks. Hit Masters the previous stream ago. So enjoying Enjoying being able to play memes unfettered. Free meme time! Or not even memes, just random shit that I don't have to worry about climbing with at the moment.
The Emperor commands. The land
Alright, I have forward attackers in a minute, which is just kind of crazy. This is kind of mildly insane. C0 and Sir Gustus, thank you for the follows. Welcome in to the stream. Hope you're all doing all right. We are gonna do that. That looks fine. Okay, I'm gonna take 7 damage. I guess they can try and make it rain here, and they don't. Ooh, okay, yep, I'll take it. I have a very, my pigeon grows in size. Rear guard. We also just have Ziggs for being annoying. How much do they like? Ooh, they like TF a lot. How much do they like Swain? Less so. So their favorite is TF, just based on mastery and mastery alone. So, big pigeons. I know. How can you not get excited about the big pigeon situation? It's great. I have 4 next turn. I think I can cast a rear guard. Okay, slightly smaller pigeon, unfortunately. As in a dead pigeon. I have been reduced to a no pigeon scenario. My life has been ruined. There's a ruinous path. Hello, how are you? I'm gonna do this still. I think rear guard is still a good cast. They've got TF now, if they want. They don't have the Swain leveled or anything. They're gonna have flocks, they're gonna have fervors, they're gonna have their own pings for the Swain. That's okay. They're definitely gonna have something to deal with that. That's also fine. Here we go. I am presuming that I cannot kill this by any means. Let's try. No more pigeons. No more pigeons, unfortunately. Truly a tragic scenario. If they go for Make It Rain, I think they actually might want to retaliate with an Noxian Fervor. They're just doing Death's Hand, which is kind of okay. I think we want to Noxian the Ziggs here, or Fervor Ziggs, if they try to remove him with the flock, just to deny their own Swain effect. They're going with that. Let's try and rip this Drain then, if they're not going to kill him outright. We do have a second one though. Let's pass here. I feel like that the username almost means something, but I don't remember, so it's fine. Let's rip this here if they're gonna try and do that. Boom. They might have some way of countering this. We have Merciless Hunter, Grenadier, and Ziggs to cast before our next attack. They do have removal, that's fine. I think it's Grenadier first then. Or we can just cast the Ziggs, actually. I think Ziggs is fine. Can't kill him at 1 mana! Yeah, I can't kill him at 1 mana. Thanks for the explanations. Oh yeah, sure, Sir Gustus. I'm glad you are enjoying me babbling about the game. I do try to be helpful when I can. Welcome to Runeterra, by the way, and also to the community in general. I hope you're enjoying your time hanging out here. That's a 6. Bye. Okay. Well, here's the fun part. I can still potentially take your fucking TF because it sucks. It sucks a bag of dicks and I want it. I would like it out of my way. Yes, beautiful. Kill that. Kill that bitch. Take that. Fearsome attackers. Turn that into a 2/2. We're 1 fervor away from doom. For them, my second Ziggs is dead. We'll get more, it's fine. I mean, I'm at 19 HP. The chances of me not being able to pull this out are very slim, but I shouldn't say that because we will fail somehow. Literally anything here is okay. Dunekeeper is not exactly what I wanted, but we'll deal with it. Nakagaboros is annoying, but it cannot block Fearsome, actually, so it may be far less annoying than I'm even imagining. They have 2 of those, it's a problem. Still not something that blocks Fearsome. Draw is annoying. We're fine. Everything is fine. I'm not blocking. I will sit at 15, nice and pretty, and not yeetus my things. No thingies, no thing yeetus. You need to have fervors here, and you need to have 2 of them. Okay, so I have Nakagaboros blocks the 4/2, so we actually are off on lethal here. By 1 damage. we'll probably be able to find it, but yeah, I should have just dumped hand, I think. I think before the draw happened, it would have been fine to just dump hand there. I mean, we're still okay. I think I'm just gonna hold Doomkeeper here, because if they don't do anything else, they're getting the tentacle, and that's about it. And that's soup and definitely fine. Also, see, I don't usually, less backseating is better usually for the stream. If you want to discuss plays, sure, but I don't like being just told what to do. If you want to discuss, go ahead. Open is not super helpful feedback, you know? I just don't find that type of, it's not helpful for me. There's our last Zig. So there's 2 Azirs. We found our last Zigs. They do need to directly remove it if they want to avoid the ping that he's able to do. Deckhand is fine. They're probably going to start... They're going to have Disintegrate, right? They're going to have Disintegrate somewhere. They don't have Swain leveled... Oh, they do have Swain leveled still. They top deck him, or they have him now. It's definitely a problem. They're going for Ziggs here. You're amazed by the the mouse over Twitch thing? Yeah, it's an add-on for Mobalytics. Very useful, I find. Okay, so they have the Swain levels here. We're probably dead to that. We're 1 away, but I can't quite get it here. Because that has Overwhelm, so it's just gonna obliterate everything. I mean, there's a chance we survive, of course. It's not very good, though, because... I need to find something on open that's going to be able to deal with it. I mean, yeah, I think I just kind of fucking tank it, right? Block as much damage as possible, deal with the Swain, level up. Hope that we find something in the next turn that they can counter. They probably can counter it, though. Yeah, Summoning Sandstone doesn't actually do anything there. We don't have the 1/1 crack shots, right? So I can't... It's difficult to top deck any units that would actually get me damage, and this is not a unit that gets me damage. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I think I should have just dumped hand on that turn where they had 2 cards, 2 or 3 hands, and 2 or 3 cards in hand. There's another Swain. That doesn't really matter at all. Second Swain is pretty much irrelevant. Doesn't matter. I needed pings and I couldn't get it. I mean, there's a chance. No, that's not it. Reveler's Feast is definitely not it. Definitely not it. Let's try this again. We were supposed to be faster than they were, and we unfortunately just kind of plateaued. I need to double check what burn is in here, actually, because if it's just Fervor and we don't have Feasts, or Death's Hand, not Feast. Reveler's Feast is the card that we're running, but if we don't have Death's Hand, yeah, it's just Fervor. Well, Fervor and Ruinous Path. I guess I could have also top decked a second Path at some point. Yeah. Dragons are mean. I agree. But they're kind of great as well. I love dragons. I have 5 or 6 on my desk right now. My dragon collection expanded over the break for sure. On how to make it better? Oh, yeah, sure. I will absolutely talk about the deck while I'm looking at it. And not 5. It's not plus 15 and minus 25. No, it's weird. I don't know why it's as weird as it is, but it is weird. Yay! Yay! People who love dragons. It's fantastic. Oh, speaking of Fury, actually, this is a bit of a tangent, but it's something that I experienced recently. I watched Mad Max Fury Road for the first time yesterday. Fucking great film. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so fucking much, actually. Of noobs, so don't be shocked. Oh, no worries at all. I started streaming Runeterra when I was basically a silverish gold player, and dude did it mostly in like entirely expeditions. It was like pretty much all expeditions. No constructed whatsoever. My constructed muscles are still developing myself. You've seen a lot of parodies of Mad Max, but never actually Mad Max. So, from my understanding, what I was told, you can kind of watch them out of order, and that's what I did. Of just like, I'm just gonna go see Fury Road because I remember hearing about it when it was released and never saw it. So I was just like, I'm gonna start there. Didn't really matter. Worked out. Expeditions are making you remember things. Oh man, I loved Expeditions. I really want them to bring back the mode, even though they never really gave a solid date as to when they'd actually do that, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. Let's do this.
Forgetting is death to an immortal.
Let's do some... I can still block it, technically. I don't really want to do it, though. I could nuke it, but we're gonna be slaying a bunch of things in the future. I would use so many of my shards on expedition tokens rather than actually crafting stuff in the meta. It was kind of funny at the time. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can't get Merciless down, I think, into a Ruin Runner, holding our Nacian Fervor mana open. Keep the pigeons, make them big pigeons. I'm definitely keeping this one pigeon.
Out here, you're moving, or you're dead.
Is Gwen. There have been so many Fizz versions going around at the moment. Yeah, let's get rid of that. It's an interesting proc. So the 3/2 is going to be able to block the 6/3, which is fine. Except I can pull this over here anyway. So the Fearsome 5/1 and the 4/2 trades pretty evenly. Trades with both. They're getting another Opulent Foyer next turn. So it's 4 Hallowed. Currently looking at 4 Hallowed. Let's try this. Gwen Fizz, indeed. Yeah, they're trading exactly how I thought they would, unfortunately. Could technically go Phase. I think I'll just pass here. Somehow I need to give stuff Overwhelm eventually. Butler is annoying. But still doesn't have Overwhelm. Oh, but it gets the proc off of the fucking attack because they still have a rally. Okay, extra rally sucks. 6/3, big mini Darius. Blocker. You're a great blocker, actually. That is a fucking Furith of all things. Not a fan of the immediate auto Furith there. That kind of sucks. Let's use this for their scout, and then I think Dunekeeper after. Block there. That has Overwhelm. That really fucking sucks. Ow, we're dead. We're dead because that has Overwhelm because I fucking high rolled. Fish a Whack. Yeah, okay, well, Fish a Whack is terrible. Ouch. Okay, yep, no thank you. They can re-equip it probably on the 3/1. Probably on the 3/1. Had luck with the RNG. Very good RNG for Krypton Gold there. Very good RNG. I could take myself out with the Fervor, though. That's, I think, the now immediate plan is to kill myself with the Nacian Fervor. Because they only have 1 mana, so they can't stop me from being my own winning condition. I have my own win condition, and also I'm going to hit my Spell Shield unit just for extra you can't hurt me vibes. And yeah, I'm dead, because that has Overwhelm now, too. Here we go, I'm out! Let's go on to attempt number 3 here, see if we can get it done. Bye. Bye. See, my opponent's mistake was tapping down so that they couldn't stop me from the self-kill. You gotta leave mana open so that you can stop your opponent from just leaving of their own volition. Bye, Cruel World. That's what it feels like. I'm just like, I'm out. It'll be fine. I'm gone. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Mono Shurima is here. Hello. That's actually not so bad. Maybe could have kept the Fearsome though. Reveler's Feast is here. I can punch my Grenadier in a second. That's great. Dunekeeper, not on attack, sadly. Time for Pigeon. It's time for the pigeon! Why not stream it? One of the most boring decks ever. Not a fan of the cinematic. Yeah, the cinematic can be a bit much, though. I agree. It is fun, but it does wear out of its fun. At least it's more interesting for me, at least, to look at visually than something like Lurk. I would rather go up against this than a Lurk deck, to be fair. I feel like they're doing things constantly. Not a fan of the film. I like the film, but I can see not enjoying it as much. Have a treasure seeker.
Bingo.
Okay. I think I can just push damage on this turn. Yeah, I think I can just push damage on this turn. We have Reveler's Feast. They have a 3/3. If I pull the 3/3 and then give everything else buffs, but this is the only thing that has Fearsome. I think Revelers is still fine. We can Dunekeeper as well, because that's actually more units into face, I think. You just beaten a Azir deck? We are currently trying to do that. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. And then I think an open with Revelers, because we have a 1/2 to poke with the pigeon. Yeah, here we go. Deal into Revelers. Big pigeon. That's a draw card. You're not you don't know what you're about to fucking run into. This is deal 2, so I just need something that can take 2 damage. This can, and then we can commit this, and that's 29 damage total. Okay. Can they withstand this? They can just barely withstand this. I don't have mana for Ruinous Path. That would have clinched it. That would have clinched it. It's fine. We can murder their stuff next turn somehow. Because yeah, we will have 5, so I do have Hunter into Ruinous if I need it. That's a Rock Bear Shepherd. Well, I'm gonna take that as vulnerable anyway, because I can. There's no way, yeah, there's no way they attack because they actually want to keep all of that. Only the Preservarium is currently ticking down, I believe. Yep, only Preservarium. So they don't actually get a Rock Bear to block either. I guess they could have a couple of like separate fucking quicksands, but that's astonishingly unlikely. So let's just go for face. I also have Demolitionist if somehow I cannot go face. That can go face. It's done. We did it. We didn't find a Ziggs this time ever, but we did it. Oh, they ran out of steam so hard. Soothsayer with no chams does not feel good, or at least cannot feel too great to have to do. Yeah! Did my Azir level up a little bit? My Azir got to Mastery 4! Fantastic. How's our Mastery, actually? Because I still remember talking about getting them all to 5 at some point. How many stragglers do we have over at 3? Okay, so there's Kanan, there's Aurelion Sol left to do, and then Swain Aatrox and Nasus. Okay, Kanan Sol. Gotta play some Kanan Sol, and then we'll have bumped them up to the Mastery 4 club. And then eventually, one day, maybe I'll play Kench. I will not play a Kench. I am not playing Kench. Kench may stay at 0 just for the fun points of I've never touched him consistently. Sorry. I do agree we need to unbench the Kench, but he needs a buff first. Second deck from Incarcius. Let me import this and take a look at what's going on. This is Aatrox Noxus. I get to play my Aatrox again a little bit. Oh, this is also... Let's see here. Angrier Aatrox with the Noxus. I don't think he can be much angrier, but if it's possible for him to become angrier, I feel like this would do it. TK Soraka is pretty funny. That's true. The heal or some kind of like Frostbite Kench also can be entertaining. I just haven't done it very much. Or it's never was particularly called to me as much as other things. Crimson Pigeon, Rearguard, Saboteur, Flock, Darkened Bloodletters, Darkened Staff, House Spider. Darkened Staff is the Bulk Hooks, right. House Spider, Aegis, Sentry, Brutal Skirmish, 1 Katarina, 1 Scorched Earth, 2 Whispered Words, 3 Swains, 2 Aatroxes, and 3 Leviathans. So non-combat damage. It's funny, actually, with a Deathbringer Slash, even though that's probably not how it's gonna work out. Slord, thank you for the deck code. And C, thank you for the deck code as well. Let me take those in real quick. Slorn, C0. Here we go. Just an update on our queue. This is a Concarcious is second submission. So we got Big Thick Lizard, we got a video from Slorn, we got Slorn's deck, and we've got C's deck submission upcoming here. So I have weapon equip, but I have a bit of Noxus removal and damage. Also good classics like House Spider. I am excited to turn the House Spider, of course, into into Balkux, which is gonna be amazing. There's not Balkux or Bloodletter, to be fair. Balkux, Bloodletter, or Jural. Okay, let's try this out. Mordin, I'm getting my Noxus practice today, apparently. After all of the commons only Noxus decks that I saw, I now am being tasked with piloting the Noxus. Not Creative Chatters, this deck is for Runeterra AR, but you're not gonna judge since mine is too! How dare you give me things that are off of a very popular website with a lot of decks in their repository? How dare you read things on the internet? This is Fluffy Muffin 2626 with Zoe Brom Kale. I don't want this opening hand. Thank you very much. I would like a body to put a weapon on. We've done this before. We've played the Aatrox in the past. We know what it's supposed to feel like. And we've got a pigeon. Time to buff this pigeon. Eventually, after House Spider happens. You willing to trade that? As I actually don't want you to draw. Okay, you're willing to trade the draw. Perhaps that was a mistake. But they're not gonna get elusive spam value out of it now, if nothing else. That's a bit of a stacked opening hand, and in the wrong way. I need these later. I need them much later. Aatrox, I need you in like 3 turns. Your muffin is fluffy, you should throw it out. That's, you know, true actually. If it's extra fluffy, if it's like giving off little particles when you breathe on it. Sorry, but something is wrong with your muffin and you must fix that. Not to break your muffin bubble. You won with 10 equipments in hand and no units for your last game of Aatrox. Nice. Let me hit you with this. Discount my World Ender. Thank you for discounting my World Ender. We're gonna have Swain with like nothing else to do other than just be existing as a Swain because we also top deck Leviathan. Not what I'm looking for here, folks. Not what I'm looking for here. It's a sentry into an Aatrox, I would think, and also I don't want that hitting me in the face. Thank you very much. Kindly, no thanks. I don't want a 4/5. No 4/5. I appreciate it. There's a Serpent, okay. That's great. Oh, they're pulling the Challenger, or they're giving the Challenger buff? No, they're giving this other buff. Okay, so it's just trading there, which is okay. I wish I could equip this, but we did mulligan away the other weapon, which was the initial Jural in hand. Swain hits a 4/5, but it is a Swain, so have at it. We have something to injure testing. We have a Flock after combat resolves, maybe. There's a Boar. Gotta love a fucking Boar. That does enable my Flocks though, which is kind of funny. The second component I want to play aggro with Swain Katarina, but my like Aatrox. My like Aatrox is a perfectly valid opinion, and one that I subscribe to myself often. I just like Aatrox, man.
No longer.
Okay. What kills me? I mean, a lot of stuff almost kills me. Argument that I should have just held this. I should have just held this way in there for the Flock, because I'm taking full damage. Top decked another Flock, very luckily, but that was a mistake. Without knowing that was going to be a top deck, shouldn't have made that move. That's 7 now, or it's about to be 7.
Darkness hides.
Please stop making those. Please, I beg of you, stop making those. Those are really fucking annoying. Those are really impossible, in fact, for me to deal with long term over here. Those are bad. I can still get rid of her though, luckily, I think. Yep, maybe. I hope so. Don't want that to level. Not a corrupted Zoe either, especially corrupted Zoe. Can't have that leveling on us. Take it out! Remove it! Excise it! Okay, great. Only 10 damage to my face from there. Ah! Ah! Small cries. Spooter is doing spooty things, potentially. We do have 9 mana, which is not, fun facts, World Ender mana. We've got 2 Swains and a Leviathan, which is kind of funny, considering this is not what I'm supposed to be drawing when I already have all my Swains around. Is your feeling about Zoe in a nutshell? I just killed a child, mission complete, no casualties? Yes, exactly, Storm, you got it, you got it. This is the plan. This is the plan. They know I have all my Swains now too, which just kind of, it sort of sucks, but it is also kind of half fine. That is a problem. They might be able to kill Aatrox here, which should be bad, but also I do want to heal off of him because I'm just dead on the next attack anyway. So in the name of me being dead on next attack regardless, let's smack with Aatrox and some overwhelm damage. Yeah, okay, that's great. Also, they're healing. Did I mention that they're healing? She's like 18,000 years old. Yeah, but she's childlike enough that I do feel the child energy. Here's the elusive spam point where I die like a bitch. Yeah, here we go. I couldn't quite get the Swain down in time, nor could I get their Nexus down in time, and I'm not getting World Ender to go here, and there's all the buffs, and here's my life total slipping away from me. All right, the muffin was too fluffy for us, and lo, we were vanquished. Okay.
No! This was to be the end!
Ooh, 2 more times with that, I believe. Let's try this again. We must be angrier. We must be angrier. Too much elusive? Too many elusives. Too many Lunari Shadestalkers off of the after the little invokes. Unfortunate. Akshan Varus Sivir. Oh, I've seen this deck code before. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, actually. It targets very easily, and if they have Akshan in opening hand, we're probably dead. We just kind of probably are dead from that. What can block elusives? Only other elusives. If you've played other game or other card games, it's kind of like flying in, or if you played Magic, I guess specifically, it's like flying in Magic where only things of the same type can block. There is a card, Sharp Sight, that means that you can, whatchamacallit, you can, words, well, I can't remember the words, that you can block things with elusive, but it's a specific, like, condition that you have to fill. I'm ready for Big Pigeon, I think. Yeah, let's go with this. Then Pigeon hit rear guard, I think. I think Pigeon hit rear guard. Elusive spam is definitely an archetype where you can just kind of go nuts with your elusive units, and your opponents can't just, there's nothing that they have that can block, so therefore they're kind of just dead in the water.
I'll do better this time.
It is very annoying, but it is also very effective. When Kaisa could get Sharp Sight with her second skin because Sharp Sight counted as a keyword. Yeah, that was pretty bullshit. That was some fucking bullshit. Block elusives, but it's not elusive. This is Sharp Sight's effect. Yeah, Sharp Sight. Carded in Demacia. There are a lot of decent removal for elusives because they have like 2 HP. Wait until you see a elusive with that +4/+4 make it a dragon equipment. They can get real out of hand real quick. There's also, like, when I made it to Masters last season, not this season, but the season before, I got there with elusives, because there were so many ways to make them a problem. Sudden Surge used to be +5/+5, or buff it to a 5/5 instead of buff it to a 4/4, which was also pretty terrifying, or could be pretty terrifying.
Give it to me.
Interesting. That's okay. I kind of want to try and hit the Akshan here. I know it will count down the landmark a little bit, but it will also just get rid of him. And I think I kind of like getting rid of him into the Swain on the next turn, potentially. Skipped the Kaisa meta. That's probably a decent meta to skip, to be honest. Oh, they were waiting. They were waiting for it. Okay, fair enough. I should have known, to be fair, off of them keeping Shadow Fiend in hand. And not casting that last mana. We potentially have Challenger here, though. Let's go with Challenger, see what they do. They can have a target here pretty easily. So they might get the Akshan level going. But we'll still have other stuff from our board state going in. Aatrox can come down soon. Varus is kind of scary. There's the double targeting. That brings it to a 2/3, I believe, which is still below, or a 4/4, I think. Yeah, 4/4, which is still above Jarrell. Oh, they went for the power, not the HP buff, actually. Yeah, hand buffs are also a thing. All of Kale's new cards basically went, hey, elusives, you want stuff? Here's some stuff. Though they weren't as terrifying as I expected. I actually saw surprisingly few elusive decks on my clone, which surprised me a little bit. I mean, I'm still gonna try and go for this. Okay, that does work. They don't quicksand it or anything. We've got Aatrox, we've got Swain, they've got Varus somewhere up in there, and also Sivir. Neither of which are leveled, at least, though. Saboteur is fine. There's the Varus problem. Let's just do this. We haven't hit with much equipment. 11 is still a lot, but we are potentially getting more next turn. The 3/3 might be safe to hit. The 3/4 is most likely not. I'm not jumping into the darkened bow, sir. No, not me. No darkened bow here. I'm not interfering with that. Yep, there we go. Bye. Thank you. Saboteur and Swain look quite possible. Though we're, again, pretty low on the non-combat damage. We can increase it to a couple of pings. We don't have Balkux regular, unfortunately, because we're only going to have 7. That would have been fun. Heedless Resurrection on the Akshan, bringing it back. Desert Duel, or at least thinking about it. What monstrosity are we playing? We are currently playing a viewer deck. Aatrox, basically just like Aatrox, Swain bullshit. It's kind of interesting.
I have my orders.
Definitely entertaining. I wonder if I can Deathbringer sweep, and I'm assuming the answer to that is just no. Though it would be non-combat damage for sure. I don't feel like eating him that hard though. Especially because this is our second copy of an Aatrox in hand. That's a Ranger Knight Defector. That's bad. We can refill a spell mana if I equip this onto something. Nexus Strike on our Swain. Let's equip this on something that can't block, then attack and see if we can get that mana refill. So you go, you go, you go. Let's hold the 2/2 back. Just try and get the non-combat damage thing going. Letting the Aatrox through currently. That's more what I expected. If he dies here, that's where we have the second one to at least pull in later. There's a momentous choice on power, so the Varus level, but his HP is still too low to live. I'm pretty sure he's still too low to live through this, unless they have another momentous choice to buff his HP. Currently looks like the answer to that question is no. Could try and trade more stuff out to go up to 20, but I think we'll just take this. Triple momentous. Who doesn't want to live that sweet triple momentous choice life? Because it is pretty good if you can get it. Is pretty fucking good. Potentially should have killed that 4-1 on my way out, actually. That might have been a mistake. We are not dead on open swing. We have second Aatrox available and ready for our stuff. We go up to 8, which unfortunately means that if I equip Darken Blade on the 2-2, we don't quite get him. So I think I'm just going to do this into second Aatrox.
Glory, courage, excuses.
Varus was alive. Oh, what was that? It was turned into what, an 8 something? Okay, so they're just targeting Akshan again, or targeting for Akshan in general. There's the draw. Yeah, what was the Varus at? 9-5? Oh yeah, because they double cast. Honestly, is Varus Aatrox even good?
I will surpass these
Varus Aatrox? I'm not sure about Varus Aatrox. Varus Akshan seems to be pretty good. This doesn't have vulnerable. Let's do this. I could try and put some kind of weapon on the Swain. The Varus is presumably going to remove it. There's a Merciless Hunter, so vulnerable for that as well. Unfortunate times indeed. Let's put you... Actually, let's put it on the 2-2, I think. Region with Varus. Yeah, you need spells or equips. So I guess you could run... Yeah, hypothetically, you could run like Varus and Aatrox, just because Aatrox comes with equipment, but you'd run out of cards real fast. There are some Runeterra champions that have the space to be their own thing, and some just straight up don't. Some are not you can get anything out of this kind of scenario. Yeah, that's fine. I have to take that, unfortunately. There's Darkened Staff. Yeah, I was really tempted to see if anybody in the tournament, was going to try some shit like just running fucking burst and focus spells with mono rise. No one did that, but that would be a pretty entertaining thing to do, I think, in future. Just mandate that everybody has a fucking mono rise deck. The only thing you can run is rise, and that's all. That's literally it. Well, I'm gonna put this blade back on. Please don't hurt it. I would like that to stay where it is. So that I can do things such as this. And then I'm gonna get Rite of Negated. So here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready for that Rite of Negation that they definitely have. Yep, there it is. 13 and into a 6-5. Pretty unlikely, probably. Probably pretty unlikely. I could technically swing in with this. I could technically swing in with this and give them a strike for the Akshan. But it doesn't matter. Or they do that. I get the weapon back. I can recast it once I have something on the field. I couldn't block anyway though, so I don't think any major loss in losing it. There's a pigeon. Pigeon, are you ready to live your dreams eventually? Someday, grow up to be an even larger pigeon. We do kind of suck at the pigeonings. It's a pretty bad pigeoning overall. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just live at 1 HP. We'll live at the 1 HP scenario. It'll be fine. I can regularly cast a Zolani or something. That's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I can't even flock it because they're striking it. Unfortunate. Oh, I can't cast the Zolani. I can just regularly cast the Ball Cooks. Which, you know what? Let's just cast the Ball Cooks. Here we go. It's 7-9 with Impact. It's looking great. It's eyeballing you, Kezel. However I pronounce that. That's a stun. We've got the bloodletters. We've got things. I have Flock to at least use some spell mana here, I think. I mean, Varus is the overwhelming problem. Literally, it has overwhelm. So I think I'm gonna stall that. Try to get them to do something with Varus here. They have more Varuses, probably. Chain of Corruption is also just kind of a death sentence for us. We have Zalani on something, which is okay. Then we have the weapon as well to just slap on something else. Let's get rid of the 3/2. And then I have a 7/7 and a 7/9. Plus Darkened Blade weapon. You have regen, sure, why not? That's 2 impact now. Oh, everybody go to town.
Ascended.
That's negative. That's 17 damage, so they do have to block quite a bit here. That's into the Varus, which is what I wanted. We are killing Varus here. Fantastic. I have to do even less than I thought. I might be able to flock Akshan here now. Let's see. There's another Varus, though. They had the other Varus. Let's see if I can get rid of this, though. Should have done that before combat to get an additional impact paying off of Balklex there. And they have one more counter spell anyway. 3 Varuses this game. We are unfortunately dead to that 3rd Varus. I even have the blocker in the 8/10 because I don't know if they're going to be able to get through that regen. I just cannot remove the 3/1. So unless they get sloppy here and let me cast Leviathan, they are getting a little greedy. What is your HP? 5/7? Oh, I think they actually threw a little bit. They shouldn't have done that. They do have a draw off of Akshan with popping the landmark, but they got greedy because I can currently block the amount of power coming through here. I trade with the Varus, we block the 7/1 into the 3/3, and we block the 7/7 but the 5/7. So I actually have a shot potentially because yeah, no overwhelm is occurring here. Literally no overwhelm is occurring here, and they don't have any cards. We can also do that. I get the +1/+0 back. This should be fine, I think. Yeah, they super fucking trolled. Almost forgot I could also just kill Varus with the Leviathan here. They should have just gone for face, and they didn't. Mistakes. Absolutely massive mistakes. They cast that, of course. Draw 2, discount, probably to try and strike something of mine down. There's a leveled Sivir.
Blade, sand, and treasure.
The leveled Sivir doesn't really matter if I can just overwhelm with the fucking Leviathan, though. I'm going to also increase the impact off of the Balklex by buffing Leviathan one more time. Bow and Bloodletters? They're definitely not going to do that. They're not. I guess they can cast the Darkened Bow. Yeah, if they can't kill Leviathan, that should end. This should end. You react to the video after this because you want to eat some food? Yeah, of course. I think yours is actually... Oh, yours is technically after Big Thick Lizard, but that's fine. Okay, so you're killing Balklex. That's unfortunate. But it's fine. I could have put the regen on that as well, and I didn't. That's down to 3. That's a house booter. We're at 7 of 10, or 7 of 12 here. This is a good amount of overwhelm, but I can also just let it wait and do its business. Let's do this. I think I can just kind of play out my hand. They know what's in it because they can see everything that's in it. Yeah, so that has... If I give it... What are we looking for? Just kind of waiting and hoping nothing catastrophic happens. That is a 2/1. So actually, the only things that can block Fearsome are actually very limited right now.
Grand General.
So it trades with the... Does it trade with the Sivir? It actually doesn't trade with Sivir. Oh, but it does if I cast Darkened Blade on it. So it will become a 4/7. We can trade into the 6/4 or the Akshan. That's not going to be discounting the time for the next turn. That doesn't really matter. This is totally fine. They're out of cards. This goes. They have to block it. Leviathan triggers. And also we'll get my Swain super close. No matter what. Yeah, the 4/7 is fine. They're thinking about it. I guess they're thinking about putting Sivir in front of it or something. I guess either they lose here or they stay at 1 for a little bit off of Levi. I should have attacked with Leviathan as well. I forgot that they were out of options, so I should have just gone with the Overwhelm. I was too busy thinking about the non-combat damage. I was like, oh, it's dealing 2 anyway. This is a response to the other... This is a response to the no open attack. Hopefully I don't pay it for that, though. I might actually pay for that. I should have gone with Leviathan. I don't know why I didn't. Full Swing was for sure lethal. It was. Yeah, I had no reason to wait there. It's true. Hopefully their top deck is not catastrophic. I don't think it can be, as long as I don't block with this. Yeah, I don't think it can be catastrophic because we've still got 4/7 here. We lose the Swain in that case. Oh, they could have a Shapestone or something in hand, to be fair. They can do that. Or they can Quicksand the Swain. That is a kill on the 6/1. Yeah, open attack might have... Not doing the open attack might have lost me this, but it's whatever. It's entertaining regardless. Granolize +1/+0 kills me. Let's see if they go for the right one here. +1/+0 and is a guaranteed kill. Because I can't block the Zilani. And they do it. And they went for it. They went for it. Okay, well, we both fucked that one up, to be fair, but they managed to recover better than I did. Because I needed them to not be able to count down a landmark there. Alright, that's fair enough. We both threw lethal, though. So that's exciting. Also, I'm not surrendering, so you should probably hit that commit button. I don't know why they waited for so long. Just hit the commit button. Big true rare footage of the +1 buff being used. It's that and the Sandstone Charger one that are rarer for sure. Let's try that again. Now I just forgot that Leviathan needed to go as well. They even had an empty hand. Misplays! It's not a stream unless there's an egregious misplay, you know? It always has to happen. Oh, video, sorry. I thought that was a win, so I needed one more attempt on this. Apologies. Victor Lee Sin. Lee Sin's a pain. We might be able to get to Victor, but Lee Sin's gonna be annoying because I don't really have answers for that. Reactor not, it's too late now. It is. I get very focused when I'm in a game. It's the game first. Everything else later. Hi, Katarina. You're the first time showing up. Okay, we're back with our pigeon business.
Come on, people.
I don't want to give you that for free. I could Darken Aegis my pigeon. That would make it quite an intimidating pigeon. But that's of course if they summon a unit. Yeah, I'll let them get that. Pigeon. You don't want to punch Katarina. So I think Spider is still fine. Should I go with Katarina though? Ooh, I can just go with many pigeons. Buff to the 1/1 there. Brutal Skirmish is fine. What are they casting early? Still no, I mean nothing, no mana for Victor. Hex Core? Yeah, or Hex, whatever it's called, the Ignitions. Whatever those definitely not a Hex Core things are. That's there, okay. So let's buff there and there. Is that a Mystic Shot? It's just a Death Ray, alright. So you want to ping for 1. So you go here, you go here, you go here. That's a 3/3 or 4/4 and a 2/1. Have at it, folks. 1/4 is fancy. And the tough pigeon is very good. What do you want to block? Probably the safest is the 2/1 into the 2/1, right? I guess they could put the 1/4 in front of the 3/3 because they know I don't have mana. That's the most damage, to be fair. That is the most damage. Katarina is out next turn, potentially. though very Mystic Shotable. For sure. Yeah, it should be fine, I think. I mean, if they have a Mystic Shot, they have a Mystic Shot. Unless I get a better top deck, it might be her regardless. That's a Leviathan. Though if I hold, I can potentially Brutal Skirmish something like Victor with the Pigeon. I think let's get them to cast their critic cards and then see if I can just smite the Victor out of existence. They might have some kind of Ionia spell. Probably not. I could have Twin. Hopefully it's not that. They can run a Nopify. Meditate is not going to buff HP the way they want. So there's an MK2. So I do trade with the Victor, but I lose my other Pigeon. That's fine. They have no mana for Ignition, so bot doesn't get Augment. Victor has been smacked. And the turn is ended. Fantastic. Katarina, and then I think we just punch the spiders some more? I can't punch Katarina because she does recall. Ooh, and there's another Pigeon. So many pigeons! Okay, well now I'm smacking this one again for sure. Assuming they don't remove it. Please don't remove my stuff, thank you. Hopefully I can start cycling the rally. Def only denies 2 mana, Skirmish is 3. Oh, is it 2 or less? For some reason I thought it was 3 or less. But to be fair, that would make sense, because otherwise you'd see the Black Spear getting counted all over the place, and it's not. The funny thing about World Ender is you can't actually discount it to the point where it will start doing stuff, which is just fucking hilarious. Imagine nopifying World Ender because your opponent has just been playing Aatrox like too well. They've been doing it too good. Let's go with that. That is almost fucking lethal, and they don't have any way to retaliate versus the 3-1 because they haven't left any mana available. They just went for the Lee Sin. 4 of 10 spells is probably not achievable in the next turn at their current state of cards, I think. Kind of looks like they're just going to not cast much and leave Lee Sin open. The Night Text is funny because all it says is no. It's the Karma's no, right? No.
Solves everything.
Or however it is she says it. Yeah, no. To the Lee Sin. I could also just hit face, to be fair, though. I think maybe here face is the place, because all I gotta do is summon Katarina a few times and boom, we've got lethal damage. Also, Leviathan is in 2 turns, so maybe we can rely on that a little bit. Darken Aegis. Oh, I mean, we also have got challengers in the many Jirals that I've been able to find here. It's a many Jiral situation, potentially. That is a Dragon Link. Let's just go with this. Zero to face seems good. Oh, there's an Aftershock. I assume. Yeah, Aftershock. That's Barrier and Challenger. That's okay. It's a 3/5. Let's just hit face then again. You're gonna get 2 1s, which I can hopefully ping out some way or another. Let's buff the Pigeon. Yay, Pigeon. Then Leviathan, I think. Ignore their next turn and try to just hit them twice. Well, hit them more than a couple of times because we're going to have to avoid their next attack with a 2-1, I'm pretty sure. That doesn't matter as much. We do have a rally here. 4-2 into the 3-5. I could make it a 5-3 if I punch the spider here. Which mandates that they must block it. So I don't actually hate that. I gotta block this with something now. Then we can go into Leviathan ourselves. I think they'll probably trade that, which denies them their healing, which is fantastic. Now I'm wishing I had Scargrounds, but this is not a Scargrounds deck. Not a Scargrounds deck! There's a Ravenous Flock. That's exciting. But for now, I'm just going to pigeon my way through life some more. Huzzah. And that is a Camacloaker. That's a spell. 7 of 10. That is a second spell for the barrier. Noted. Okay. What is that at? 8 of 10. So if they give it Overwhelm now, we're in trouble. Right now, though, we're hanging on pretty decently, I think. Now you need to pay to get rid of this, which I don't think you can super easily at all. We're top decking the Swain. We're getting him to 9 out of 12, or 11 out of 12 with these 2 pings. How big can that Lee Sin get in order to kill me? Probably pretty sizable, which I don't like the sound of. Probably that's going to cause a lot of problems in a hot minute, as in right now. There's 2 things in hand. How scary are those? Because they do need to get rid of this. To be fair, they also just need to straight up get rid of Leviathan. And I can make some impact next turn as well, or just have Aatrox in general. Either recalls to survive. Recall, or he just relies on the Lee Sin level up and barrier, which is also a possibility. That means that my Nexus is not going to get targeted. So I'm not dead, but they are just getting the level off here. Ionia PNZ can't give Overwhelm. They don't have any source of Overwhelm? I mean, they have PNZ for random effects. I wonder, do they have to take Leviathan here, right? Oh, yeah, they have to take Leviathan, and they do it with a fucking thermogenic beam, which is indeed fancy and stuff. I'm gonna just cast... Oh, I can just cast nothing. I can cast nothing and let it hit me. For 6, yeah, which is okay. Yeah, that's fine. There's a card drawn. I'm gonna Healy Doodle really quick. Don't mind me Healy Doodin'. World Ender? I mean, there's always a possibility of a World Ender here. Which seems kind of funny because I don't have any direct Nexus damage anymore. Fuck it, let's level our Aatrox and see what happens. We do have another Brutal to smack stuff should something go horribly wrong. Also, it's just 10-10 with Overwhelm. They can have stuns for sure, but they can't thermo that down now. I'm ready for my free Jorals. Thank you very much. I do adore that. Challenger ahoy. Again, we have a 10-10, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter in summary. There's a fucking regularly cast Duratu. So here's Joral number 1. Here it begins. Here's Joral number 2. This is where they're going to lose hope. This is where I wish I had a third Joral for meme points, but we don't, so we just win. I'm gonna get the food, play the video when you come back. Unfortunate timing, but okay, I shall wait. I'll go get the food. Let me know when you're back. Thank you for your patience. I could do it now, but it sounds like you're off to do other stuff that is important while getting food. So we got a win with the Angry Aatrox finally. Moving on with our submissions. For now, we've got Big Thick Lizard video from Slorn, Slorn's deck and C's deck, and then I think probably gonna wrap up submissions there because I gotta go prepare to go back to work tomorrow, which I don't want to do, but okay, vacation's over. It ended a while ago. Well, not a while ago. It's ending. It's ending now. I'm just exaggerating because I don't want to have responsibilities again. Viewer, Big Thick Lizard. We're looking at Vandal Targon. Let's go in. Good luck trying to win with it. Win with this, I shall. In all caps. I gotta prove you wrong now. You told me something's difficult. Now I gotta do it. This one. Here we go. Bandle Asol. Nora Soraka Asol. Messenger Sigil, Spell Thief, Trinket Trade, Behold the Infinite Celestial Blessing, Esmus, Guiding Touch, Nora, Seal and Steel, Ayula, Mikhail's Blessing, Soraka, Spring Guardian, Wounded White Flame, Astral Protection, Star Shaping, Consult the Heavens, Infinite Mind Splitter, and Aurelian Soul. Oh, buff the White Flame. Buff this White Flame until it's better. Okay, that makes sense. Sigil, I'm a little worried about having early units. Do we have... I might put in 1 or 2 Star Springs here, just because we have a Soraka. I think I'm gonna add 1, because we're going to have an okay amount of healing in there as well. Got it to a 30-30. It's funny. It does seem kind of funny. Let's put in 1. We have Astral Protections to buff it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep the buffs for it because that's important. I'm gonna add like a secondary Wind Con and Star Spring. Celestial Blessing seems worth. I'm gonna take out 1 of those though and put another Trinket Trade. It's weird because you have a lot of the Zoe opener stuff, which I'm wondering if it might be better than Nora. But it's basically just an elusive in general. So don't know if Zoe, if the super cool star charts would be necessarily humongously better than Nora. I guess you run the chance of running into things like Moonglow, which would be free spell shield for White Flame. Actually, in that name, can I give it something like Friendship or Expanse? I guess we're not equipping anything to it, so we can't really cast Expanse super easily. Also, Gillett, hello! Welcome back. Everything's pretty good at the moment. How about you? Gillett, did I have something from you from before? I don't think so. I got texts from other folks, but I think I got to yours. I was just trying to remember for sure. Yeah, Expanse is just kind of expensive. What's that? What's the Kale spell called again? Divine Judgment. Because if we really want to hang on to this one dragon, maybe a Judgment might be okay. When wounded, if White Flame is about to die, to save the stats for someone else. Yeah, I think let's keep 1 because I do kind of like that synergy. Draw with messengers. Yeah, my mana draw makes sense. I'm in the name of the dragon, I'm going to put in a Divine Judgment, I think. Because we have 2 other sources of Invoke in the Astral Protections here. Climb is going well. Give in and just play Bandle Sarah. Unfortunately, sometimes you just gotta give in a little bit to the meta. It does suck. But good luck with your climb. How's it going? This is very weird, but funny too. It is weird, but it does seem quite fun. I'm entertained by this. Let's see if we can get a win. Let's maybe change out our loadout because we're not really Noxus aggro anymore. We're like the opposite of that. But we'll keep Earth, and then we'll go purple. Yeah, keep Earth, go purple. Let's do this. We need flame into big invokes. That's the name of the game. We'll work with it. We've got this. We're doing it. This is Mono Shurima again. We're probably not gonna get to 10 for soul against Mono Shurima, unfortunately. Let's keep the Trinket Trade. Not bad. We can get Otter to prank him a little bit. That's too many Otters to prank him with, but we got the Soraka, which we might be able to play with. Unfortunately, we also top decked a soul. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Forsaken Bakai doing his job. What time is it in the US? So I'm on the West Coast. It's currently 10:15 p.m. 22:15. I top decked both my souls because I'm just so good at the game. I'm just so fucking good at the video game. Good lord, that's a lot of souls when I don't need them. We can hold for a prank next turn. We can do it now. We could also just pop out 2 of them right now. Or we could Celestial Blessing, but we really want to hold that for the White Flame. Usually tank damage first few rounds. That makes sense. Let's try a Soraka.
I'm here to help.
That's not going to do anything for a hot minute. Not the worst cast. This is probably just a hit to face.
You're scaring them.
I'm a little surprised. Friends
do make
Okay, there's an Esmus. No rock hoppers, but the rolling sand actually goes away because they don't have any space for it. Hooray! Well, looks like we're taking one of those because there's nothing else here. It's 7:15 a.m. That is pretty late, or early. Thank you for being either up very late or awake very early. The funniest worst acting idea was the karma prank that you built 2 seasons ago. That sounds pretty fantastic, actually. Double cast and pranks. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So here's the fun part. I need to support something to actually get the goddamn Soraka proc. So I'm gonna try to find some things here because I do actually want to potentially heal her. It's just very awkward with Esmus supporting. Not exactly what I want. Okie dokie, that's rude. That's 4 damage. I don't think I can protect it because they've only cast Bakais and such. Can't really invoke a heal super fast. And this is not big enough. So they took advantage of the damaged fucking Soraka, which sucks. Let's take Destroyer. Spell Shield is quite fancy. Let's take a prank as well. Let's see what else you got. I am assuming that that is indeed a lot of champions in hand, though. You can never quite tell. Let's see. +1/+1. Esmus buff into a 2/2. Let's wait, because I don't want to trade into what is eventually going to become a 5/5. I'd rather not just bash into the 5/5. Up super late. That's what I've been doing for most of the break, is just like staying up way later than usual. Soon to return to my go to bed at midnight, wake up around 6:30, 7 in the morning schedule, which I'm not super looking forward to, but so is being an adult, sadly. Okay, poke my otter. Otter poke, fantastic. I am going to pass. Fucking Souls in 11:11 because of the chime, but we're so far away from getting it. Also, the Sun Disk is just counting down gradually but terrifyingly so. That's the Celestial Blessing, and I don't really have much else to buff, so we're just gonna buff the Destroyer. It has Spell Shield. It's an 8/8. It looks good on the resume. Copy to mobile. Oh, yeah, sure. Let's do that. Have a 9/9 to face. Let's even out this HP game a little bit. You have more than me. This is wrong. I don't have any Nexus healing. Could use a Star Shaping. Please get me a size Star Shaping at some point. Also, Sentinel Chris, hello. Welcome in. How's it going? Which ELO is this? Masters. Currently just kind of playing some user decks of whatever variety that I have been sent. At the whims of other people at the moment. Welcome new, yes. It is an interesting place. I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that for positive. Also, Joa Gabrielle, if I'm pronouncing that at all correctly. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. There's a Azurb. I don't like that. Don't know how much I can do against that. If I can get Soul, will be great, but unfortunately we are indeed very slow on the Soul, and the Sun Disk is done. We're about to watch a cinematic. Everybody grab your popcorn, grab your nice hot steaming pile of that, because we're gonna die. Real quick, because Xerath is going to obliterate my life. And there's not much to be done about that. Tywell, don't learn too much from me. I've gotten here through much trial and tribulation, but I definitely make mistakes, a lot of them. Eating food and watching the stream, can watch Switch your shirt and can get 2:30. Oh no. Somehow I manage to always get food on my clothes, especially new clothes, if I get them. I'm terrified of eating in new outfits because regardless of how careful I am, I have some kind of curse, but I will always just like mess up something new if I get it. I can make this very intimidating. I can actually make the 9-1 fucking enormous. Because if I buff it 4 and plus 04 plus fully heal and grow it, it's actually sizable. Film time indeed. Because if I heal that, and then if I go with the biggest dickest 14, it's unfortunately not enough to kill him. But we get closer than I thought. I have a Celestial Blessing for... I guess I could have doubled it to 16. It wouldn't have been able to handle Azir. But I would have actually been able to get an additional +2 out of it, because I would have been able to count the doubling. If they block like that, we might be able to win, because I might be able to buff this and that and punch for face damage. Here comes Quicksand on the Esmus, of course. But did we basically Battle Fury our way? Oh my god, they're drawing. They're not obliterating. That's another draw. That's still not obliterate. Do you have it? Do you have what you need to take care of the 15-15 or the 1-1? It's gonna be something to do with the 1-win, I bet, but this is still funny. I can actually potentially manifest as well an Emperor's deck card, because they haven't cast very much except Red of the Arcane before the deck transformed. So that's fun and exciting. They're really thinking of... Okay, so they have Crumbling Sands, unfortunately. I am 1 HP off of actual lethal. But Xerath very nicely and kindly is not at the point where he can just obliterate my face. But we are at the point where attacking obliterates my face. I get my 15-12, but it's not enough. We almost got it though. If only I had been able to get some kind of protection at Esmus, but no, unfortunate. He drew too many cards. Drew too many cards. Got too much value. Yeah. Well, at least it's like half the movie, because we didn't see the rest. We already saw the Azir part. Yeah, I mean, I can draw. I guess this is now when I wish I had there was a guarantee of like Pokestick in there, but there is no Pokestick happening. Let's just cast this for the hell of it. Obliterate and draw. Let's just fucking pull the draw. Let's just draw cards. That's a Mikhail's Blessing and a Guiding Touch. That's another draw. That's unfortunately not the draw that we need to survive. Because of double Pot of Greed. Double Pot of Greed, what a way to put it. Yeah, we're dead, unfortunately. Another 1 HP turnaround from our opponent there. Couldn't quite finish that one out. Also, Gillet, thank you for the deck code here. I'm planning to head out around the 3-hour mark, so I might not be able to get to it today. But if not, we shall go in the hold queue as usual. We have, I believe, 1 more attempt with this, or 2 more attempts with this, actually. I believe that was our first. Then we've got the video, finally. Finally got the video. Put the all calculated even. How much a minion can he be? I've never called my opponent a minion before. Maybe I should do that more often. This is Ezreal, Victor, Seraphine. Nothing new. Seraphine is like way higher mastery though. Are you a Seraphine enjoyer? Let's see. 40,000 mastery. You definitely enjoy Seraphine. Plus they've got the whole fancy like paid money skin for her. I have also many paid money skins, so that's not a criticism or just an observation. Nora into White Flame. We've got the White Flame ticking. We've got that clock in our hand, ready to be unreasonably big. Nora time it is.
Home is just around the
We will soon have things like Celestial and Judgment Trinket Trade for White Flame, but now we distract them with the Nora. The video? I was gonna do it after this submission. This is our... I think it's still our second game. For some reason I can't remember, but I think it's the second at the moment. Messenger Sigil. I'm not blocking that, thank you very much. Let's do this. Get that 2-3 going along. Please don't hurt him. I guess they can cast a 3 damage spell if they have it. They probably don't though. Esmus here would be great just to buff him in general, but looks like we're not getting that. There's a star shaping. There's a free portal that makes an actual Yeti and is a very good attacker right now. Here we go. Master's Play calling a diamond player a minion is the equivalent of a rich person calling a normal person a peasant. Oh god. We don't need to call the diamond players equivalents of peasants. We were literally just there. I am hot off the presses of diamond. Yeah, you wanna take on my 4-5? Why don't you block the 4-5? It's got Fury! There's nothing wrong with Fury. There's just a little bit of Fury procs. It's fine, don't think about it. Do not worry about it. Nothing is happening with the dragon. Nothing has been happening with the dragon. There was never any dragon! The whole dragon is just a lie. There's a Hex Obliterator. I lose to Hex Obliterate, that's true. I can't save it. That's okay. We'll prank him in retaliation. Vigor is good for targeting for dragon, but I think we're just gonna go with this, see what she's got in hand. That's a no for me on the time trick. That's, oh, the spear from Royal Squire. Unfortunate that we hit that though. Would have liked to see a card from the main deck instead. That's a fucking Soul Shepherd and the Yeti in hand, which is just a lot of value. Don't kill anything. Do not kill anything. I will use my Divine Judgment if I have to. You're going for my Nora. That's rude. That is rude, but okay. I'm gonna risk a 5-5 here. That's a Trinket Tray, so they're looking for damage on her. I can still heal her to 2. Looks like they're just going for some removal-y things, though, of my hand. They're just trying to remove my hand with the Otterpus. That's the Spring Guardian. I'm just gonna open attack here. Let's go to town, people! Let's push some damage! That is a Caustic Rift. I disagree with you killing my Nora in particular. We could probably let it go though and just heal Nexus, try to invoke. Because we're gonna run into some actually affordable invokes pretty soon. Only 2 damage, unfortunate. Don't really get why Swindle doesn't reveal the card or forces you to memorize them. Yeah, there are some like hand information cards that do seem to behave a little bit weirdly in Runeterra. I'm not sure why. Like it doesn't, the game seems to very deliberately not remember cards for some reason that you've seen, even if you've like already seen them. Like you know your opponent has it. It's just like, no, you gotta remember which card. And also technically I think it does lock the order in which you draw things off of your units or off of your top decks and also the cards that are generated by your units. But I never pay enough attention to actually remember, oh, they held X card for X amount of time. Like you can technically do that versus your opponent. It's so difficult because they don't mark the cards in any particular way. They don't make it very unique. That's the Seraphine.
Time to find a muse.
Okie dokie. You can't see my Mind Splitter. This is very good. I'm gonna invoke here. There's a Traveler. Or we could take a Written in the Stars. I don't hate Written in the Stars because we actually have 2 pretty big targets in hand as it is. There's a Soraka. 2 mana 3/8. That seems pretty alright. That is a Drop the Bomb for 1. What's the Soraka at right now? So not the Soraka, the Seraphine. Whatever ass name that is. What are you at? Okay, you're about to level. Fantastic. Terrible. They can't, yeah, they probably can't get rid of this. So I think this comes down, and then we go into Mind Splitter, and then we go into Great Beyond. Ezreal is bad news. 3 of 8 though, so at least he's not doing anything yet. The worst one possible. Using the +4 in Soraka on the card that makes defense power is pretty good. It's pretty pog. Oh, the Durand Architect. Is it Architect? Is Durand Sculptor, which is the +2? Architect, I believe, is the one. I've used that on Nautilus. It's very fun as well. I have a Formidanaut deck that's just kind of very stupid. It has been stupid for a long time. It's still stupid to this day, but it's very entertaining. They can get rid of the 5/3. They cannot get rid of Soraka, I think. Though they are duplicating with the Seraphine, so they might be able to if they have something like Aftershock in hand. Oh no, but there needs to be 2 or less. But Barkeep is going already. Barkeep's already going. Yep, there's 2 Aftershocks. I knew it! Knew it. I didn't have Divine Judgment open. So I've lost the Soraka straight up. I can stun Ezreal, and they would need to get rid of the 8/8, so that's at least some progress. Let's stun this. Let's stun the 3/3, anything except Seraphine, because Seraphine going is actually pretty good. Not that they're going to. Fading Black Rose, hello, how's it going? Welcome back. What's up? There's the 4 mana, the 3 mana time trick. 3 mana because of bar. No longer 4. Would have been better at 4. Would have been easier for me at 4, you know? But it sadly is not the case. Unfortunate times. Unfortunate times, unfortunate measures. Wait, you hurl fireball, like ice balls at my enemies? That's amazing. Do that more. Let's go with the damage. And hope that they can't punch a Fury 8/8 out of the way. I don't think they can super easily, but you never know. You never know versus the in many high note riff situations. So they've already cast a riff. So I think we're beyond that a little bit. What do you call this deck? Sadness? I haven't come up with a name for this. It's kind of just some invoke, created card invoke shenanigans. Your computer chair broke, now you need to wait on a new one using your driving chair, your dining chair for now. I was like, driving chair? Okay, so they do kill the 8/8. Don't know why I attacked with it. I guess it was wishful thinking. Definitely wishful thinking versus Ezreal, who is now going to just murder me entirely, which is what we've always dreamed of. Then we got one more attempt on this deck. Oh! Then we got a video and I think 2 other decks to get through for sure, and 1 probably in the queue. This happens to you a lot.
Sing it with me now.
Then they have an Ezreal, which does do enough damage. Can I find... What can I find here? That's... None of that is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't have enough damage. It's very good. I mean, Aftershock normally is very good. I unfortunately can't do 3 damage to my Nexus anymore, which would have been great. I would have been able to take myself out again, which is truly what I crave, just in general. They'd steal 2 damage to face and then I die, so all hail death and doom and destruction. GG, let's cast Isthmus for fun. Mystic helps the 5/2. Yeah, but also Ezreal. I kind of give up in the face of the Ezreal. The Weld Snap, so I guess at least the Woodseas held up. Yeah, if the metal's breaking, that's a different category of problem. Playing this game for 2 years, never saw that button to minimize the choice pick. Oh yeah, it took me a while to see it too. There's also a timer that if you look at the full art actually tells you how much time you have left on your turn, which is surprisingly nice when you're busy admiring the art. Video reaction time? You know what? Fuck it, sure, let's do this in between their games. I think I owe Big Thick Lizard 1 more attempt on the Soul. Then we've got Thorn and Sea for sure, and then Gillet if we have time to get to it this evening. But let's do the video. We can take a break from the card gaming for a second. Wonka's Golden Eggs. I am nervous. I was told this was strange, but we'll see how strange it is. Then we've got more decks to play. Oh no. I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna eat some of that cornbread that we got and admire.
Following Charlie's untimely death via falling into a vat of boiling sugar,
good times. Good times.
I am once again in urgent need of a successor. 5 of my delicious Wonder chocolate eggs somewhere in the world will be golden beneath the wrapper. Whichever children win these eggs should meet me outside my factory at noon on the 1st of October. See you
More
there.
games for children, understood. The 3D animation is getting to me. The modeling is a little
I'm getting the
horrifying.
strangest sense of deja vu. Oh well, let's
Is
begin.
this a joke or a horror show? It seems like both so far. I think both is the answer. Don't know if both is good, but both seems to be the answer here.
I'm good to goons. Your chocolate make my tummy smile.
Horror. We're definitely more in the horror category
you
now.
Can follow me on MySpace if you want.
MySpace. Damn.
I'm Petunia Plantar. I'm very rich.
I have a lot of money.
I'm very rich.
The smiles are fucked up.
Mandarin,
They're so fucked up.
extraordinaire.
Henry Potts, I'm just excited to be here.
Ooh, I have a good feeling about you. Mr. Gunch, sir, please do not eat from the caramel mixing vat.
Oh god. Horror parody.
Miss
That's the
Mandarin,
category.
Please do not eat the candy oranges. I have not finished perfecting the recipe. Miss Planter, I must urge you not to lick my liquid nitrogen flavored ice cream.
Oh no, my selfishness has caught up with me.
Yeah,
Mr.
don't lick,
Webb, my
don't
dear
lick
boy,
the
you
liquid
must not
nitrogen.
touch the
That shit's
computer.
fucking cold.
I'm trying to invent chocolate you can download from the internet and eat. It's still very much a work in progress.
This'll make me go viral for sure.
Viral is a word. His eyes and his sunglasses are just not in the right orientation whatsoever. It's just so wrong.
Henry, congratulations. As I predicted, you're the last child remaining. That means you get my factory.
And the child is dead. Really, we really just have a consistent track record of killing children every stream now. Well, they're having a good time. You're presenting that in? Ah, good times to be had by all, in fact. I'm not gonna think about that animation anymore. We're gonna put the disturbing thing away. We're gonna try this deck one more time, and then we're gonna move on to our next submissions. That's the plan. That's the strategy. Bury it real deep. That works for every problem, right? Just forget about it. Don't even think about it ever again. You said it was disturbing, didn't lie. So gonna go now? You did not lie. It's very true. Thank you for coming by and for submitting the video and the decks and all of that. Appreciate you being here. Good night, Slorn! Or good morning. Happy time zone. Beating the 30-30 record this time. I will hopefully do that. We shall see. I'm gonna actually keep my sigil this time. To get my early drops. That's not an early drop. That is a mine. It's the Mind Splitter. We're fine. Everything is fine. Maybe I'll top dig a dog. Protect the White Flame. He is my child. Wounded White Flame does seem like a bit of a child. Oh my god, we found him though. Haha. It. I don't know if it has a gender. It does look wounded though, to be fair. We do also have White Flame and Tayula, so at least I can grant it stuff. I think maybe Overwhelm, probably. Oh, they're just ripping that Ezreal early. I hate that. I really actually hate that. Don't want to deal with that. So they probably can't kill it as a 2-3. Though I could always cast something like Soraka first. But White Flame into Ayula I think should be alright. Hopefully. Not blocking, because I don't want it to die to the Mystic Shot, unfortunately.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
And then I think we do go for... Maybe it's the Spell Shield now, since Ezreal is down. Then we can just keep healing it with Soraka. Do they shoot my Dwagon? They do shoot the Dwagon. That makes sense. Target the thing. Create a card. It's been cast. We can get a Mystic Shot ourselves now. Wishing I hadn't mulliganed Guiding Touch at the moment. If I don't do this, if I don't do this Ayula first, I think we lose him. As much as I would like to keep the or heal the 2-1 with the Soraka instead. I'm gonna ping it twice now to get rid of it. I can Spell Thief out a Mystic, I believe. There's a Pokey Stick. They're really trying to get rid of it, correctly so. I've identified my main source of problems for them. That says deal 2 to a unit. They're targeting it again. Unfortunate. Yeah, I needed the some kind of healing there. This can go for free now. They might block with the 2-1. They don't. That makes sense. Top deck a second one? That's a Consult the Heavens. Would have been great for the previous turn to be able to have that, but no. Let's do a Soraka into a 2-2 here.
Has such great potential.
Because they can't hit anything without damaging it unless they just go face, but they want to level the Ezreal. Dark Bulb makes a Darkness, which is fine. You want to use that Mystic Shot. They're not just going to let it go to the winds. So make your choice. What are you hitting with that Mystic Shot? Nothing. You'd rather let it slip than hurt something to heal. Understandable. Have a nice day. There's excuse me, Celestial Blessing. Barkeep, of course, coming down there. Let's do Spring Guardian. My HP is kind of okay for now. We do have the Star Shaping in hand.
Oh dear, come back.
Star Spring now wouldn't be too bad. There's a tiny Spear Cast. Let's go. Doesn't really matter what we're supporting the Soraka with. We just kind of need to go. Everything trades into the 3 power units at the moment, except for the 2-2 dog, of course. Leaving my champion untouched. I could technically buff Ayula and then also buff the Mind Splitter. But I think we'll just do this. Ezreal is still a problem. Don't know how I can really get rid of it. No darkness down, anything. They're really holding it for when they're gonna just do Ezreal things. We're at Infinite Mind Splitter next turn. Seraphine for 1 mana! Yay! Oh god. Heal me. Cosmic, Great Beyond, and the Scourge. Let's take Great Beyond for Elusive Blocks. I mean, the Ezreal's gonna have a trouble with that. They don't have Shadow Isles, so that's at least powerful. Makes Soraka really threatening. With the Consult, actually, yes. With the Consult and the Astral Protection, there's a lot I can do to the Soraka. I'll just like on open attack. We also have the Mind Splitter. Seraphine's at 6 of 9. It's such deja vu for the last game. We're basically in the exact same spot. Yeah. There's that on the 2-2. Let's see. I think I can cap this now because I'm just banking for the next turn. There's a Pokey Stick, a Mystic, and a tiny Spear. Let's just take Mystic Shot, honestly. I could have also traded into this, but it doesn't matter because I've already targeted. There's really no reason to remove it unless they were like a Swain deck or something, which they're not. Ezreal getting stunned is actually, yeah, not the most impactful thing ever. That's interesting. 4-1 and a 2-1, completely tapped out. Make that a 1-10 and then make it a 10-10? That's not the worst idea ever. Also, nowhere to be found. Thank you for the deck code. I'm actually wrapping up soon for the evening, but as usual, I will put your deck in the hold queue so I have not lost it. So the next time you're back, I will have it ready. I have another fucking Astral Protection, but I don't have Consult the Heavens if I do that. Consult the Heavens is still very funny. I wish I had Great Beyond this turn, because Great Beyond this turn would just be so helpful for anti-Ezreal activities. But fuck it. Let's make it a 10-10. It's a 10-10. How does that make you feel? They know that I've taken something, so they might cotton on to the fact that I've taken a Mystic Shot. They can, once again, potentially kill my Soraka here because it's at 6, and that's just not sustainable HP, very sadly. I mean, I can full heal it, which is not the worst. That's draw 8 and 9. They only need one more card. Darkness fills that condition for him, too. Oh boy. And they're probably not going to let me cast Great Beyond before the next Ezreal attack, though it would be funny if they let me. Nowhere, thank you for your patience. I'm going to pass if that's all you're going to do there. There's a Divine Judgment. Okay, so you're just going for damage for face. Let me block this way, as in let me really not block very much at all. Which might be a horrible mistake, but it's only halfway. They're gonna be able to do it this turn, of course. I could also Infinite Mind Splitter because they've already committed the attack to stun their units and then cast Great Beyond for the Celestial Swing. Because at that point, the power is going to be relatively increased. Doesn't leave me any mana to do literally anything else, but that might be okay. They're doing a chicken.
I hear you, Zon. Now you're about
So they want the extra damage. At least you're targeting their own thing and not one of mine. So it's just a double chicken. Or a single mono chicken situation. Yeah, mono chicken is manageable. I wish it had been removal, but that's okay. We'll be fine. That's double casting on everything. Everything is fine. Oh boy, I'm gonna just rip this. Stun and what's less important? The 2-1, I guess. Here's another 8-8. Here's a Great Beyond. Hopefully. Healing's Soraka as well. Excuse me. Been coughing a bunch lately. Don't know that I'm sick. I'm just apparently filled with congestion. My Soraka is dead. So many sources have doubled 3 HP damage. Too many sources! Let's cast Great Beyond eventually. There's a darkness on my thing. Well, if it doesn't 100 to 0 you, I think I can win. Yeah, I think so, except it isn't what 0 to 100 point of the Ezreal can just start slapping me a whole lot. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna risk a Spring Gifts that's gonna lose me everything. I don't think they're gonna let me do that. They want it dead and gone. So unless they have a slow spell that they were hoping to double cast, it's probably a fast speed spell, and it's probably ending my Infinite Mind Splitter's life right now. They're thinking about it though. They're thinking about it a lot. They need to think about it less because they already had the high note in hand. Here we go. I can't survive at 9. Not the 9 HP. Okay, well at least I get 8-8 dragon or 9-8 dragon. I get a 9-8 dragon versus all of that bullshit. Or I could have a soul. But well, to be fair, both have good dragon properties. This blocks Ezreal, so we're gonna do that. Look, it's so big. Don't hurt him. I can go face with it, or they can just target all of my shit forever. And then we're gonna go with the 9-6, and then once again it's at the 6 HP danger point, where it's gonna die to anything that happens. Somehow they're blocking with Ezreal, which means they think that just means assumingly they can kill me now. So here we go. Time to face death itself. There's a rummage. That's actually not death itself, but the draw is going to be 4-card draw for only 2 cards discounted or discarded. Fucking ridiculous. Time trick. Okay. That's great. That's 2 time tricks. I'm sure there's one more spell in hand. I'm sure. I have a sneaking suspicion that Bandle PNZ probably has one more spell in its arsenal. I'm not leaving though until they cast it, so we're just gonna chill until they do. And they have a Pokey Stick for poetic balance. Series of defeats, unfortunately. But some fun invokes nonetheless. Good invoke shit. Moving on with our deck codes, though, we've got, I think Slorn is actually headed out for the evening, so I'm gonna hold that one as well. And then we've got C and possibly Gillet, but we've got 9 minutes left on my clock. So I've actually timed things okay. We do have a couple of overhanging decks for the hold queue. The glorious, glorious hold queue. See, let me import your deck here. I'm going to probably mess up the number of I's in your name. Here we go. Viewers, see, we've got Freljord PNZ. I suppose it's a miracle you can get any wins with your deck. That's honestly not a miracle. It's just very like Ruby Goldberg machine of if you get all of the little interactions to work together, it's great. I also had bad luck top decking White Flames consistently, so that didn't work out as well. You think Ornn would be better if he had more equipment in his region he has to get with Jax to have any chance to get a weapon? Ornn, it kind of sucks with the way he's built, which is disappointing because Ornn is also fun. But the porn decks are harder. The porn decks are hard. But here at this deck, at least, I don't know what this is. I just want to guess some kind of Poros, but we'll see. Poro. I can just enjoy saying Poro though, which is great. We'll stick with our loadout. How about? We are looking at, indeed, Poros. I was right. It is Poro. He might also be better if he was 8 mana. That way you could use the mana ramp cards for the 8 costs. Oh, interesting. Like, actually make him more expensive, so at least he has synergy with, like, Pillar or some shit. How's what it looks like when you're winning? Oh, yeah, that's a pretty big dragon right there. 2713 with the 1713 soul and the Phoenix card. I keep forgetting the name of the Phoenix card, but yeah, that's pretty big. For our Poros though, we've got Poro Cannon, Daring Poro, Lonely Poro, Pouty Poro, Proto Poro, Patch Poro, Bot Poro, Herder, Mighty Poro, Poro Snacks, Brom, Fable Poro, Poro Slide, Aurora Borealis, and Heart of the Fluffed. I was saying Poro so often it felt almost like a beat. Just the Poro beat of just get fucking Poros. I can now challenge my Poro playing muscles that I inflicted upon everyone else for the tournament, only now it's getting turned on me and I must cast the Poros. I'm going to change my loadout because my loadout isn't a Poro and therefore I am trash. We can do Santa Brom. We can squeeze some final value out of Santa Brom. Never mind, I am lied. I am changing the loadout. Does that sound like I'm singing the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All song? There was definitely something musical about that experience there. Yeah, I was gonna make it a Poro. I have many Poros. Let's just do the regular Poro. Regular Poro is a good Poro. And then I have Poro thingies. World Spectator? Yeah, let's do that. We shall spectate worlds and also me. Let's get a quick Poro W. Let's get this Poro win in the bag. Hopefully. Maybe? Please? Ooh? Ooh! It's Kane. Not Kane. It's Kindred Aatrox. I saw some stuff about this list. It's very good, actually. I actually don't despise that. Pouty Poro is not necessarily the best one to start with, but it's not bad. We have a curve. We've got Pouty Poro into a Herder, into a Snacks, into a Brom. And that's okay. This probably gets drained at some point. That is also okay. We drew a Proto Poro. And we are not attacking yet. I don't want to yeet into that. Thank you very much. That's the Dargon Bloodladders. I still don't want to yeet into that. It does hurt though. It does hurt. It is annoying. I can of course shit out a whole bunch of Poros in a hot minute. Or just do it now and cast a Braum next turn? We're not looking at a horrible amount of damage anyway. I lied, we're looking at a bit of damage. Yeah, it's okay. We have another one. I think I'm just gonna cast it now. Get this out while we can. Everybody gets swole. Let's force a re-equip. Also, the 2-3's kind of done its job by now. Also, insert serotonin. I am indeed a Bard enjoyer. The Bard is currently creeping up on one of my most played champions. Also, welcome to the stream in the chat. Hope you're doing all right. What's up? I have a bunch of 2-2s, but let's go with the Braum. I think the Braum is tasty. I can kill their slay effects with the Braum. Also, not much this shit can block. I can take the only thing that cannot block, that can currently block, and not murder it. Let's take Dark Enthrall then, maybe. Yeah, let's take something that isn't fucking equipped here. From the Riot's events, they give away Poro snacks to everyone. That's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing. We do have an Aatrox coming down, but we don't have to worry about Kayn on 5 because it's not a Kayn fucking deck. Woo! They are getting a lot of weapon procs though, which makes me a little afraid. Also, I have so many, literally nothing except Poros. So that's a lot of blocking stuff. I have a Mighty Poro for blocking. Daring Poro is probably fine. We do hold the Braum as the blocker just kind of permanently, I think. 5-5. Ooh, if it's just the 5-5, that's a little iffy. Because I don't want my Braum to just die to that. And a Drain spell. Let's do Daring Poro. Now if I could find my other snacks or Borealis or something, we would be in a much better shape. There's a Poro Sled, which is a very good Poro, to be honest. I can also just pull the only thing that can block and deal a whole bunch of face damage, which I feel like is also fine. Let's try that. I know it's not increasing the Braum level at all, but Poro go to town, Poro do the work. Also, commentary is very much in line with the gameplay favorite plot when you are playing. I'm glad. I hope it's entertaining as well. But I started streaming because I talked to myself while I was playing video games, and we can continue. Why pull the 0-1? Because nothing else can block. Oh, well, except for the 4-3. It was more direct face damage, even though it didn't contribute to the Braum level. I thought that was better. Could be wrong. We wouldn't have been able to kill anything that's getting the weapon transforms here anyway, but we are looking at a pretty big field of stuff. How many Steratus and things? Oh, Terash is here. Luckily, most things are blockable because they do have a couple of fearsome blockers, but we're dealing with a lot of Overwhelm. The Overwhelm is probably going to kill me, actually, because I can almost trade with the 6-6, but yeah, the Overwhelm was too much. They got the World Ender to go before I could fluffed or anything. I think we just, to be honest, needed fluffed earlier. It pulled my fucking Poro Herder. Poro Herder, you're going so far! You're going so far, Poro Herder. Herder. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. We're very nicely dead, I think. We're actually, not. We could be not dead. Do we want to bother with being not dead for 2 minutes? It doesn't particularly do anything if I survive, but you know, we can be annoying, we can be stubborn, we can be difficult. They gave me a Shenimo. They're also being just emotionally difficult here and refusing to let me bask in my Poro wins, excuse me, in my Poro experience. Just let me be a Poro, okay? You don't have any rallies, you don't have any strikes. I'm gonna be here all day, casting my shit, hoping that I find literally anything. Find me another Daring Poro, because then if I run into Borealis or snacks, I can actually just win off of elusives. No? Okay, fine. Why do people always forfeit when you have a 10-10 auction on the board? Why do people leave when I have a 10-10 auction? I honestly cannot imagine why. My entire hand was Daring Poros I'd win. That is true. There's a Heart of the Fluffdo, though. Let's Heart of the Fluffed into a Vengeance or Atrocity. Woo! You are the most useless tutu out of everything. Here we go. Time to die! But it does have big stats. It does have big stats. It's a 16-15 with Elusive and Impact. And they just need one... well, actually, they cannot strike it, but they can Vengeance it or they can Atrocity it. So they go for the Atrocity route, which is also correct. One attack away. But it was not to be. Okay, let's try that again. I think this will be our last deck attempt of the day. So just an update on the queue. Gillett and Nowhere to be Found. I've got you for the next stream when you are here. And also Slorn, because I believe Slorn left. Oops. Paste that in there. We've got Braum Vlad, which is definitely going to be some kind of Scarground shit. I also don't want that many Borealises in my opening hand. Thank you for your attempt. 3, 4, 5 is a curve. It's just slightly more expensive than I wanted. There's a Protoporo. We're pulling it back. We have to keep the biscuits. Well, here's the thing. I'd rather be able to curve into something like Braum than the biscuits, but maybe I'm mulliganing the biscuits too aggressively. Yeah, Atrocity is annoying. I don't hate it myself, but it could... I don't love it. I'm relatively neutral on Atrocity. It is definitely infuriating if you're on the back end of it too many times, however. Well, I have all of my Braums. That has nothing to punch yet. Let's take a Braum. That's gonna buff Pigeon a lot, unfortunately, but we kind of have to feed into their Pigeon obsession. Take Hearts here, which is fun. Ember Maiden is bad. Ember Maiden is so bad, actually. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Well, we can do our best. We can do our best, which is not very much, though. Ember Maiden's gonna take my life apart. And also level the Vlad, like, instantly. There's no way that trades. There's a Troll Chant in there somewhere. Yeah, that's a Troll Chant. Just missed 2. Does Frostbite affect equipment? Oh, as in if you Frostbite unit, does it also freeze the thing underneath it, or does it do the attachment thing? Like a mini-morph effect? I think it does Frostbite fully, because if you cast Unforgiving Cold on an Aatrox, I think it does reduce it to 0. What is my opinion on what is my opinion on Frostbite players? On Frostbite players, honestly, more power to you if you can play Frostbite. I got very frustrated with Ashe back in Expeditions and like never played her again, really. But that's more of a me problem than anything else. I just got really scared of Ashe and had a bad feeling about her following. That's annoying. So I can't trade the Braum there even though I wanted to, but at least he has regen if nothing else. Frostbite's fully. Yeah, I think it does. I think it does, yeah.
Follow along, little ones.
Okay.
Friend, you are lucky, man.
That's regeneration. Oh, regen for a Poro is not so bad. Especially versus that. Can they kill my Braum from here? Potentially. They didn't have Vlad on attack. Or Braum themselves, though, at least. So that's something. Braum will also start leveling, which means Ember Maiden is going to start pumping out Poros for us. Which is exciting news. It does happen to you. Your friends who play this game think it's the most tilting aspect of gameplay. You play a lot of Ashe! Their prospects are very strong. I wouldn't say it's the biggest problem in the game, but it is intensely annoying. I will give you that for sure. Let's do a Poro Sled, I think. It's a 5/5. It is pretty chunky. We've got a 4/9. Let's try and kill that. I'm assuming we just straight up won't, of course. Oh, we do actually. So there's nothing on the board then to consistently give impact. Oh, Fracture is enough though. Fracture is for sure enough to deal more damage. Most Frostbite being Burst. Frostbite is super polarizing. That, yeah. Burst speed spells in general. Like, I know somebody who doesn't like Runeterra very much because burst speeds are so less interactive than instants and other, like, spell effects from other card games. Burst speed in general is an interesting concept to have in a game, in a card game. Of, congrats, I can do a thing without you being able to have any response whatsoever. I could get fluffed soon. That would be great, because right now we're kind of treading water. That's elusive Chunkus Munkus. That's tough. Tough is good. Deal 1 to all battling units means this can go into the fray and block the 7-2. Which means Bird is gone at least. Also, Snowy Cat, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, how's it going? Snowy Cat, thank you for sending people my way. Also, Fadina, thank you for the follow, if I'm not pronouncing that correctly at all. Appreciate the support of the stream. Hope you're doing all right today. I'm going to cast a Poro Snack out of desperation, because I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. Are we dying? We are about to die. Haha, Vrina sucks. Oh, Vrina's a pain. Also, insert serotonin. Thank you for the follow as well. There are Poros, yes. These are not my Poros, but they are indeed a Poro-focused deck that I have been submitted. And Ever Maiden is about to kill me if they have a second one, but they can't put it on the field this turn, at least. It's just a 19-something. Okay, I'm fine. My HP is fine. You like cheap burst speed cards about as polarizing as it can get? Oh, were you... Wait, how long have you been playing? Do you know about the whole Minimorph shit that went on? Because there was a lot of shit in Minimorph. I'm gonna do this into another Poro, see if we can't get something out of Heart of the Fluffdo. Also, if they have a burn spell, they've got a burn spell, and I can't really do anything about that. Let's go with a challenger. We don't need to, but it is more stats. And then we have Heart of the Fluff, which is a 5/5, and then they all combine, and then they hopefully don't have a Blade's Edge over there. And it's a 19/19 with impact and elusive and technically other things, but right now it just punches you in the face, and it wins. The Fluff Ball worked! Also, catching up with the chat a little bit, such a disgusting deck with Scargrounds. Scargrounds is a surprisingly powerful card. It's also very fun. The Florida Man has made me realize the fun in Scargrounds. Your nickname is Little Fairy in Brazilian Portuguese? Oh, okay, Little Fairy. If I see your username again, I'll try to remember that instead of whatever my pronunciation of your username was. You hate high roller decks, all of them. It's so dumb. Not a fan at all. All right. Kind of like Peak decks, but slightly better. Slightly better than Peak decks. Yeah, Peak decks. People were complaining about Peak decks last stream as well. I kind of thinking about it is kind of true. Of just like, oh, you get a big thing for free. Why is it always the soul? Who knows? But it's always the soul. All right. I think I am going to leave it there, though. It is just after 11 p.m. my time, and I have to go prep to go to work for the first time since the break started, which is going to take mental effort and also involve readying myself. Here we go back into 2023. Also, Big Thick Lizard, thank you. Yes, thank you for coming by as well. After showing up on your Twitch page, it seems the Discovery's been helping at the channel a little bit. We got a bunch of new people lately, and it's very exciting. Insert Serotonin, thank you. It will be probably an okay day. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Here's the seamless self-plug. I'll be streaming tomorrow after work at 8 p.m. Pacific time, so the same time as today, to play more Runeterra and and complain about being an adult, most likely. So for now, with a couple decks in the hold queue, thank you all for your patience. I'm gonna go find somebody else to raid into. Snowy Cat, I'm gonna pass on the community support to someone else here. Thank you for sending folks my way, though, and if you're in with that raid, here we go on another one. It's Adventure Day. It's Adventure Day in the category. Let's see who's alive and awake and streaming Runeterra. Who is it? Who do we got? Oh, it's very quiet today, of course. That's me. How about this person? No end to plat. Sounds like someone's trying to do some climbing this evening. Usual. Who's in English? Who has fewer viewers than me? Who's in the category? The typical system. And here we go off on a raid again. Thank you all for joining the stream this evening. I hope you have a great new year. Happy 2023. No, it's been a couple of days since the new year already, but happy 2023. Happy time zone to you. Hope to see you in a future stream, and I'll be back tomorrow. Off Wednesday, back Thursday, Friday, off Saturday, back on Sunday. The usual schedule as well. So good night. Thank you all for popping in today. Appreciate all of the followers and so on. You guys are amazing. Good night.